welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here.
Here.
Everybody, we're back again on a very fine Wednesday. It's very sunny where we're at.
It is very sunny. Beautiful day outside, Matt. Let's talk movies.
Beautiful day. Let's stay indoors.
Exactly.
And enjoy it this way with all of you out there.
I jumped. I took that joke a little too fast, a little too quick, too fast, too furious.
I was going to get you on the Too Furious, but you beat me to it.
Did a little too much cocaine today.
How is everyone doing out there tonight? Hope everyone is well. Lindsay, the producer in the house, how are you doing? How is everyone doing out there?
Hey guys, doing well today. We got a couple people joining us in the chat already. Hello, everyone.
A round of applause for everyone in the chat.
Round of applause.
Just for showing up early.
Showing up early. He is Matt.
Did I forget to introduce myself?
Yeah, I don't think we introduced ourselves.
Welcome back to 4K Kings. My name is Matt.
I am Russ.
And welcome to another Wednesday live stream where we shoot the breeze, talk physical media, talk movies, talk who the hell knows what.
We talk about a lot. Right now, I want to talk about where did the term shoot the breeze originate from?
Shoot the breeze. I don't know. Because
is it kind of yeah, is it literal? Did somebody was it a gunslinger in the Old West just shooting at the wind to kill time?
Shooting the breeze. I mean, I guess, is it me as I'm talking and we're talking, the breeze is just kind of coming out of our mouths? Mouths? I don't know.
Shit, man.
Anyway, if you didn't know where you were, if you forgot where you were, we forgot where we are. We are here tonight talking about a lot of things. Say hello to everybody in the chat. Welcome from all over the globe, I'm sure.
That's right. What location should get a special shout out tonight? I'm going to say Canada.
Canada. If you're from Canada, shout out to Canada.
Toronto, Quebec, Rick Moranis,
Ontario,
Strange Brew.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Not.
Hey.
Sorry.
Fire.
Sorry, shouldn't have started off.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Don't bring that negative energy into the live stream.
Already bringing it in. No, we're positive tonight. We're not going to talk about Ryan Reynolds at all tonight. But we are going to talk about...
We're going to let karma catch up to Ryan Reynolds.
We're going to let karma do its thing. We're going to talk about some Criterion news.
Ooh.
Some Kino news. Some WB news.
WB news.
WB.
Immediately I thought about that racist frog.
Are you a W guy or a W guy?
Dub C guy. I like West Coast hip hop guy.
I like it when people really accentuate the W, not W. W.
You mean it specifically with Warner Brothers?
Just saying the letter.
W or W.
Yeah, W or W.
Double G.
Anyway, we've got Kino news.
I'm gonna say dub from now.
You say
Dub C.
We got all kinds of different updates, a whole lot of different things. It's kind of like a mixed bag tonight. We got like a random Steelbook.
Yeah, man, the English language pronunciations. We got a lot going on over here.
A lot of grammar.
Yeah, grammar talk.
A lot of
grammar talk with Matt and Russ.
We're going to talk about predicates.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about adverbs.
Ooh, stay away from one of those. We're not going to talk about.
We're not going to talk about that. What's new with you, Russ? How have you been?
I've been pretty well.
Doing pretty good?
Yeah, man. It's sunny outside. I'm pretty optimistic about life. Many people would describe me, I'd say, as just one big ray of sunshine, you know?
One big ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you would want to talk about something just for a quick second, a movie that you and I and Lindsay, the producer, watched about a week ago, but we never really had a conversation about it. And I know it's a movie that we've talked about on this channel quite a bit. And I think it would maybe please the viewers to know that you've finally seen Children of Men.
When have we talked about Children of Men on this channel?
When we did our boutique wish list like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So there's that.
Okay. Okay. What would you like to talk about? My opinions?
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to hear
general opinions.
Yeah. What did you think?
I need to watch more Alfonso Cuarón movies, dude. He's like 2 for 2 now. I was a huge fan of Y Tu Mama Tambien, and this felt just like it. No.
It was very similar.
No, but I admire that. I love how tonally different it was. You know what? I'll say it gave me everything I was expecting. I mean, it was critically, lauded for years. I just happened to somehow stay away from it. I wasn't expecting it to feel like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
Am I the only person who thought that watching it towards the end? It felt very much like Saving Private Ryan in a good way.
Yeah,
like for a sci-fi dystopian future film. Yeah, dude, I was floored by this one.
Dude, with the tanks coming in, rockets flying out of buildings, all kinds of explosions, and it's just like him trying to like make his way through it all. It did feel like that. I never thought of it that way.
And it's interesting to me, I think, as someone watching it for the first time in 2025. I don't know how this played 20 years ago, but it sadly feels very realistic.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
It sadly does.
Yeah. A lot of the premise, a lot of the points of the plot do kind of make you feel like that could be now, or it almost is now.
Yeah,
or,
exactly. It's like, well, I kind of get the impression this may be around the corner.
Yeah.
So it felt very unnerving in a good way.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, brilliant filmmaking. I'm serious. I have to go. I got to watch more films by him.
The one movie by him, by Alfonso Cuarón, that I've never seen, and I've heard 50-50, so I'm going to let the chat decide, is Gravity.
Oh, well, real quick before we speak on that, that actress who played the pregnant young girl, who is she? She was great in this film.
I don't believe she went on to do much more, if anything.
Really?
I don't think she's got a big
So she followed in Clive Owen's footsteps? Where's he been?
Clive Owen, he dabbled a little bit, but in kind of like offbeat projects, I feel like. He was in a Cinemax show for a while that I feel like did really well, but I don't know what he's up to now. He's probably on like NCIS, New Orleans or something.
I like Clive Owen. I like Clive Owen.
I do too.
That was not a diss, but I just remember in the early 2000s, he had a moment. I just feel like that moment was, whoa, it didn't even evaporate. It was detonated with fucking C4. It's just he in my eyes at least. You know what else, Matt? I want to ask you about what happened to Doja Cat.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen her in a while. But yeah, back to what you were saying. What Gravity?
Gravity.
I
never saw that. I've heard a lot of mixed feelings on whether it's good, whether it's not good. I've heard the home media version is very good, but I don't know. And also, just back to Clive Owen for a second, even like Sin City, which, you know, say what you will about that movie as a whole, his part and his acting in it, he was pretty badass.
He was, but Mickey Rourke stole the
Ricky Rourke stole the show.
But Mickey Rourke stole the show.
He did steal the show. No, he was really good.
But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know, man. I feel bad for Clive Owen. If I had to nitpick some things,
yeah.
All right, I wouldn't quite call it perfect.
Yeah.
I think I wanted a little bit more time with Julianne Moore and maybe a little less time with Michael Caine.
Michael Caine,
yeah. I seriously, does that make sense? Could you see that?
Yeah,
I feel like I got enough of Michael Caine and what that was and what it represented, and I felt it with what happens to his character. But I felt like Julianne Moore just kind of like walked through a room in one scene and that was it. And I was like, okay, I could have maybe, I felt like that could have been grounded in a way more to where it would have established maybe more of a, you know, importance in their relationship and whatnot. Not that it failed. Yeah. And maybe it would have broke up the pacing because this movie flows brilliantly, dude.
It does. Yeah.
Some of those shots, oh my God. Like when they're rolling in the car and Sons of Anarchy dudes running up on them.
Yeah. That's tense.
It is. I was watching that like, dude, how did they shoot this?
Even the scene in the car, you know, with Julianne Moore and them, and they're all getting attacked. There's a lot of like sweeping camera moves and in and out. It's really, really well done. Top tier sci-fi.
I'm sure there was some digital involved, but yeah, dude, no, I was thoroughly impressed with this movie.
Lindsay, what is the chat thinking about Children of Men?
Oh, they're saying it's a top tier film.
Top tier.
A lot of people desperately want the 4K.
Oh yeah, that's what we talked about. Yeah.
Mitchell Thomas said, I think Criterion will get the 4K eventually for it. And then a lot of folks are also weighing in on Gravity and saying it's really good, especially a great watch if you have a good surround system.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Like it's insane for a great surround system. Yeah.
And Mike just said that guy with the long hair was Charlie Hunnam. LOL.
Which is funny because they barely show his face like for a long period of time. Like he's always kind of side profile. He's got a mask on. He's not really prominent, although he is prominent in the movie.
Dude, he had dreads, didn't he?
He did.
I want to do a top 5 white guys with dreads that are henchmen or bad. Like this shows up. We got The Professional. Yeah. We've got this. There was another one I thought of. It's always some random white dude with dreads.
It is. But we also...
Jared Leto. We can do him in there.
There was a lot of people in this movie with dreads, and I feel like it was just speaking to the fact of like everything's going down the shitter, and no one's got probably running water to
dude, I agree.
Hair
no,
style.
I completely agree. When white people have dreads, things have gone down the shitter. I agree, Matt. No, that is the ultimate sign of a dystopian future. I agree.
Well, Russ, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad everybody else, and I agree. 4K, give it to me. We thought maybe Second Sight could possibly put this out. I could see them doing that. Criterion, definitely, I could see them doing it. And the day it comes out, day one buy for me, and now you.
Criterion did Eating Mama.
Yeah, they did.
So it would make sense.
They did.
Oh yeah, definite day one for me.
Russ, this community has done a lot for us, and maybe I thought we could start doing something for them by doing some giveaways, or a giveaway tonight.
Yeah,
we've amassed quite a lot of random, some good, some not so good titles, steelbooks,
a surplus. Yeah,
we got posters.
Yeah,
we got stickers.
We have to balance the budget.
We've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I thought maybe we could do a little giveaway tonight for some lucky person at home.
Well, what did you have in mind, man?
I was going to throw it to you.
You're going to throw it to me. Well, I think we're going to do something a la Pee-wee's Playhouse, where we're going to do a word of the day. We got this idea because we were all in tizzies on the last live stream. You remember this? I saw with Nail and I was in a tizzy. I don't remember what tizzy you were in, Matt, but goddamn, there were a lot of tizzies.
I was in at least 3 tizzies that night.
At least. So we're going to pick a word. What should the word be? I don't even know. We can even poll the audience. Let's ask our loyal viewers. What should the word be?
The word of the night.
Word of the night. And whatever that word is, you need to leave a comment on the live stream. Use it in the most creative way you can. We're going to go back and read them. And whoever tickles our fancy the most, hey, tickles our fancy. Maybe that can be the word or phrase of tonight.
Maybe.
Whichever one we deem the most incredible will win. Well, what will they win, man? We have a surplus. We'll give you guys the options, but I promise you, I promise you, we have great stuff. Whether it's Screen Factory,
we'll give you a list you can pick from.
We'll give you a list.
And we'll probably repeat everything he just said towards the end, because just to make sure that we all got that.
Yeah, because
I'm already in a tizzy.
We're going to be honest here. That was some live spitballing that just. But it sounded pretty good in my head, dude. I think I figured it out.
I think you nailed it. I understood what you said, but you were spitballing a bit.
Spitball.
See, we're already on the way.
What happened on Pee-wee's Playhouse? I forgot, man. Everybody.
Great job, Russ. You did it.
Yeah.
Great job.
We need to get one of those blue chairs that talks for this chair.
Dude, I've wanted to buy or find so many things from like the map that's like the clock.
Yeah.
Like that thing. Like there's so many cool things in that house. It would be great to have and own forever.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, Paul Rubens. Let's see, what's been going on lately? We got shorts out there, Russ.
Oh, dude, they have been going viral.
The shorts are on fire. World famous shorts now.
Dude, who knew Hoyt Axton had this many fans? I mean, I feel like I feel like we single-handedly revived this man's career. Possibly, but I checked Spotify. His shit was up. I think it was, what did they say? It was 2.3 million %. I don't even know if that's mathematically possible, but I believe it. Just based on a short we did about gremlins.
His widow reached out via email thanking us.
Yes, we shunned her. But
yeah, I think it's going swimmingly. The shorts are going well. We've only lost about 3 subscribers on the deal. I think it's going well. Some of these shorts have been divisive. Some have been funny, and we hope to keep honing them for the people at home.
They're divisive. We try to penetrate the culture, make some statements.
Penetrate the short culture.
Penetrate the short culture.
Penetrate the short culture.
People love it. People love it when we get political.
We also had our Kill Bill Volume 2 review come out. If you hadn't watched that, check it out. If you haven't seen our Kill Bill 1 Volume 1 review, check that out too. Watch them both back to back.
And then combine them and make yourself a whole bloody affair review.
Absolutely. So we got that going on. Check all that stuff out if you haven't already. Russ, you got something really awesome in the mail. I also got something in the mail that I wanted to share with everybody.
Okay.
Do you want to... Let me share mine first.
Sure.
I think yours is better than what I have to share.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to mention, and this is going to be like the Diabolic... they're not sponsoring us or anything, but this is going to be my, 100th Diabolic shout out. So we talked about Long Kiss Goodnight when it got announced like a month or two ago. Arrow, we were both psyched to get it. I pre-ordered it from Diabolic, and it's due to come out April 8th, I think, April 5th, something like that. First week of April. Diabolic shipped this to me last week. I got it the day I got it in. It was essentially like a maybe 3 weeks early, which is incredible.
That's
awesome.
Almost criminal.
I mean, I don't know who pre-ordered, if anybody out there pre-ordered this or where you pre-ordered it from, but if you pre-ordered it from Diabolic, let me know if you already got it. I was shocked. I didn't know if this is a regular practice of theirs. I know sometimes if you order direct from Arrow or Kino or whomever, sometimes you might get something early, but I never knew that a retailer would do something early.
Yeah.
A month early.
We probably shouldn't be stating this outwardly. We probably should have kept this hush hush, Matt. Now it's not going to work. But I agree. I've received things early from Diabolic as well, but that's really early.
It's so early, but I'm super excited to have it here. I think this looks great. We got the original art on the inside here.
It's badass.
Nice original art on the inside.
Yeah, I still haven't received mine, so.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
because I didn't go with Diabolic.
I don't know who else is outside of Arrow. Who else has this? Was this UK only?
No, it was US.
This was US, right?
Also,
okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I mean, these must go out early, and maybe some places just hold it, but Diabolic does not.
They don't give a fuck.
Thank you, Diabolic. You're awesome. But Russ, I'm really excited to share with the audience what you picked up.
Are you? Me too. I picked up the special edition 4K of Night of the Creeps. Who's this guy?
Who's this guy? There he is. He's got his coconut drink.
He's got his coconut drink. He's chilling. Now, I will say, I was expecting him to be a little bigger.
Okay.
I was expecting him to be maybe like Chucky size. Maybe not that big, but, you know. But I'm happy with my my lax vacationed Tom Atkins action doll. What am I talking? I'm going to be playing with this.
Well, no, I mean, he's definitely not ready for action. He's ready for leisure.
A leisure figure.
Leisure figure.
A leisure figure.
Yeah, he doesn't want action.
Yes.
He's got a coconut drink.
Coconut drink. No, this is very interesting, Matt. But yes, he came with the Night of the Creeps 4K from Scream Factory that I upgraded. I love this movie, Matt. Do you like this movie?
Dude, I've only seen it once as a little kid, and I barely remember it, but I mainly remember the poster and all that kind of stuff. Now, my main things I remember are the like those like snake-looking worms that are kind of like chasing after people.
That's the plot.
Yeah,
Similar like
aliens.
Slither. Remember the movie Slither with Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah.
That basically ripped it off.
It's got Rusty in it from European Vacation.
It does.
He's the main character.
It does.
Lindsay's favorite.
I want to ask our viewers this for our viewers who have seen Night of the Creeps. I always thought it was funny that this one, compared to Monster Squad, which clearly Monster Squad is aimed more at children. I mean, since it's a child cast, I feel like Night of the Creeps is more child friendly than Monster Squad. To me, for some reason, Monster Squad has a meaner tone than Night of the Creeps, and I want to know if I'm wrong on that. Am I off? I want to know if anyone agrees with me out there.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got Tom Atkins in the coconut drink in the movie. I mean, that's already soft.
But dude, for as badass as Tom Atkins is, he can't help it. If you're cast Tom Atkins, you give him a coconut drink, he's still going to whoop your ass. It's Tom Atkins. But like, think about the dad in Monster Squad. Yo, that guy was a like mean dad, wasn't he? He hated everything. It felt like he hated his wife. I even felt like he hated the kid at most. You know?
I mean, I did like the part where he climbs out on the roof with the son and they eat like McDonald's together and they watch the drive-in from far away. I was like, damn, that's badass. You could just go up on your roof and watch the drive-in.
See, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like Monster Squad has just a general mean tone for a kids movie in general. I completely understand it's because of Shane Black.
Yeah,
and I love it because of that. But
this one you think's for the kids.
I feel like Night of the Creeps, honestly, because it feels more 50s sci-fi silly.
Yeah.
And Monster Squad is silly as well, but it just has a more like even the give me the amulet, you little bitch. You know, like I don't even feel like there's anything like that in Night of the Creeps.
Okay.
Which is so badass and awesome. But like when you're a kid watching that, were you like that? I remember being a kid watching Monster Squad, and when he called the girl a little bitch, when Dracula called the little girl a bitch, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, damn, and he meant it.
He did.
He meant it. It wasn't just It was some playful yeah, little bitch. Now he's like, you little bitch. Oh, god damn, Dracula.
Give me the amulet, you bitch.
Oh, am I throwing the little in
You
there?
might be throwing the little in.
Yeah.
Let's get a check on there.
It was traumatic. I'm adding memories to it. You know, it was, holy fuck. Does anyone agree with me, Lindsay, the producer? Anybody care? No.
Not yet. I'm not
Not
saying,
yet.
Not saying anyone
Nobody
weighing on
cares,
the,
not
no one's
yet.
weighing in on this
Not
particular
yet. No one cares
argument.
yet. Let's come back to them. Let's come back to them later.
Oh, wait, we got one.
See if they care. We
Got
got
one?
one.
Oh, this is awful. Granular Spirit said Monster Squad had a character that was a Holocaust survivor. That alone makes Monster Squad darker.
Damn, that's
true.
too.
I forgot about that. And I remember thinking that seemed so weird. When
The
that,
Holocaust survivor part?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, what's going on here?
That is true.
I don't know.
Let's not also fail to mention the casual slurs in that film.
There's some slurs.
There's some,
That's-
there's some 80s slurs.
there's 80s
that
slurs.
would not fly
Going on.
today.
No,
in
there's
the
80s
first like 5 minutes of the movie.
There's 80 slurs, but just a couple, and then you kind of forget all about
And
it.
we're not talking about NARDS.
We're not talking about NARDS. Well, that's great, Russ. I'm glad you got that movie. Glad you got that doll. Glad nobody really cares too much to talk about it, but I like it.
I know, dude. I typically avoid stuff like this, and I was excited because I was like, yeah, he's gonna be a little big. We can put him next to Julia Fox,
Like his
over
arm
here.
around her
I
with
felt-
the coconut
yeah,
drink?
Yeah, that's what I was picturing. I had a whole romantic getaway scenario in my head for them too. And when he came in the mail, it's like, damn, dude, he can't.
He's little man.
I thought
Yeah,
he
he's a
always
little
looked
man.
Barbie doll sized
He's little
in
man.
the pictures.
I just wasn't. Like I said, I was.
You just
wishful.
wanted him to be big.
It was wishful thinking.
People are
going to
want
part.
him in the giveaway tonight. You better be careful.
He
Hold him tight.
he looked big in the vacation photos that they shot of him.
Yeah, in the photo shoot, he looked lifelike.
He's like this, sitting down.
Photo shoot.
Oh my god, what's happening? All right, we got a lot to talk about. Let's see. Let's get a hold of things here. Here's all of our address information. Send us a line. Say hello. We'll share your emails, your collections, whatever you got. Send it our way. We'll make sure to share it with everybody at home. We want to hear from you. This is how you get in touch with us. And coming soon, the best 4K transfers of all time, Volume 2. Trash movies, but great 4K. You like that?
I like that.
I feel like that's going to be a good conversation piece.
Yeah.
Trash movies, but great 4K. I mean, the 4K is fine. It's great. We love it. It's probably one of the best top tier, but the movie itself sucks.
Yeah, man. And look, we're sorry in advance.
It's going to be great. State of Physical Media 2025. We are cooking something up for that as well to share with everyone how things are going out there, how we think they're going, how they're really going, how we wish they were going.
That's right. We're going to cut the BS and get real.
And get real. And don't forget the world famous shorts. Like I mentioned,
Support the shorts.
support the shorts. But let's jump into the news. You ready? All right, time to jump into the news. First news item, hot off the presses, literally like an hour ago,
Ooh.
almost like 10 minutes before you got here,
Breaking news.
is that Arrow is going to be putting out Roadhouse. And not only, and this is a leak of some kind. Maybe the artists themselves might have leaked it. Take this with a grain of salt for now. It is a rumor at best because there's nothing official. However, if it is real, is this the first time that Arrow's done a slide down plastic slipcase that changes the art, a la Lionsgate? Have they done that before? Is Lionsgate?
Psycho.
Oh, that's right.
The
On that big
Psycho
box,
set.
that one does that.
Yeah,
You're
if
right.
this is Arrow UK, yes. Arrow US, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but
Okay.
the Psycho box set came with a clear slip.
Yeah, you're right. That's right.
But
Okay.
that's sweet.
That is pretty cool.
That looks incredible with the neon logo coming down.
And
Or
also,
it's the sign.
yeah, but also on with the slipcase down, there's like a fight going on with the slipcase off. Everyone's pulling up ready for a good time. See, it's like the Double Deuce that's been like fixed and repaired, and the one with the slip down is the one when they first get it, and it's like a
Now-
shithole.
I hate to be a cynic here.
Okay.
Did we check the year? Is this the Jake Gyllenhaal release? Is this the only artwork that has surfaced? Because if so, couldn't this be the remake?
It could, but I will say, if you look at the figure in the bottom middle on the left, that looks like Patrick to me.
It's Dalton.
That looks like Dalton.
Okay.
Right?
Because there is a scene in that movie, you know, a fight outside of I don't know. I don't even remember. If
this looks like the original Double Deuce. Is that what the Double Deuce looks like in the remake? You saw it.
I did, and I don't remember what it
I think
like
this is the original Double Deuce. They're not putting that out. They're putting out this one, which is pretty awesome.
Wait, did the Double Deuce have like a neon sign like that?
Yeah, at the end, once it's all fixed up.
Once it turns into a TGI Fridays, you're right.
Yeah, once Patrick does his job and gets the trash out and only good customers. See, there's a line out the door.
Dude, I agree with Kevin Smith. That commentary he did with Scott Mosier on the one release was so funny. And he pointed out how basically Dalton came in and turned this like cool ass bar into a corporate TGI Fridays. Like by the end of everyone's got uniforms and shit. It's like
name tags.
Yeah, for real. It's like all he did. He works for the man, Matt.
Well, there's no other details other than this photo and that and the artist information was shared as well. We have the Vinegar Syndrome VSU, which I'm perfectly happy with. I think looks excellent. Everything that comes with it is great. I don't know that I need to necessarily double dip on anything. Everything that came with it, also documentaries and behind the scenes and interviews and all that kind of stuff. They got everybody that's still with us, including Patrick Swayze's widow. So there's like a lot of stuff that's on that. So I have no idea what's coming with this, but it's pretty cool for people that didn't pick that up. You got this option now too.
Oh yeah, if I had missed out on that Vinegar Syndrome release, this is a dream.
Yeah. So pretty interesting. And the slide down slipcase,
class.
Pretty classy.
All class.
Lindsay, I know this is a favorite of yours. What do you think about this this packaging?
I like the other one. I mean, this is nice, but I really like the one you have.
The VSU version.
I like Patrick front and center, baby. That's where he belongs.
That is true. You do want to have Patrick front and center.
And someone, who was it? Someone in the chat, Dan Joker said this slide artwork trend is getting out of hand. I don't know. I kind of agree.
I mean, it does seem like it's a trendy new thing now. It
really does.
I do like what some of them do, and this isn't horrible, but
I wanted the guy who fucked guys like Dalton in prison on the cover.
He's out there somewhere.
Dude, his career went the way of Clive Owen as well. Whatever happened to him?
He probably
just went back to prison and enjoyed his hobby.
He's on the Vinegar Syndrome release. He has an interview. Yeah, dude, there's an interview of him on there.
Does he talk about that line? He has to.
Maybe. I can't remember.
That line is legendary.
It is legendary.
I mean,
it is legendary.
That's the coldest thing what do you say to like that's damn. Somebody said that to you in real life?
I don't even know what you say back.
I know.
How do you even come back from that?
Yeah, that's tactical.
I almost feel
that's tactical. If you were about to get into a fight and somebody said that to you, it would throw you off your square so much.
Yeah,
because it would be like, what? Like, wait, what? You did? What? Like I don't know what. Damn, that guy, that's brilliant.
Brilliant. All right, well, brilliant stuff. Roadhouse, Arrow, coming very soon. Just wanted to mention that really quick. Like I said, hot off the press.
Yeah.
This wasn't even part of the original broadcast and show here. Just hot off the presses. See how quickly news happens.
No, dude, we're dedicated.
No, I mean, 95% of the time something like this happens the second you leave. And then it's like, oh, I guess we'll have to hold this till the next stream.
I'm like Al Bundy in that regard.
As soon as you leave, something goes on like that.
That's just how my life goes, man. Not with Roadhouse, though.
Not with Roadhouse.
Not with the Rowdy Harrington masterpiece Roadhouse.
I wanted to, we have Criterion news that I wanted to talk about, but I also wanted to mention something else just really quickly before we jumped into that. And just in the spirit of the state of physical media, that we're going to have a video out in 2025 where we always kind of give our thoughts on what's going on. But the very first 4K Blu-ray player to be announced in like 5 years or something, has a new one's been announced from Sony.
Wow.
A 4K player that, like, I guess outside of, the handful that are in existence now and the ones that most people kind of, generally own, a new one has been announced.
And that's great news, because I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about this at times. I was like, yeah, I'm collecting, but what happens if my player shorts out,
right,
and there are none available for purchase?
Yeah, no, it's true, especially when they're not making any new ones, or even the ones that are out there, are they continuing to make those? Like, I don't know, you know, like there's no real information on that. So this is an article that has been kind of like swirling around a little bit about this Sony 4K player, which I guess it's an updated model to one that they already have. It's like the X700 or something.
I was about to say, isn't that like the most common one? I believe even I've owned that at one point.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's the most common. I see this one, you know, talked about a lot, the Panasonic UB820, whatever. I see that one a lot.
What I meant by most common is I feel like this is the one that always comes up as like Amazon's pick.
Oh yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Yeah. That's always in a reasonable price range for average customers. I feel like this is the one.
Yeah, no, but I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, like I said, it kind of caught me by surprise too, because I hadn't really, you don't really see news like that. You see, you know, movies and such, but you don't see the hardware or anything new for 4K at all.
Not in a player format. Yeah. I envisioned it would be like we'd have to buy an external drive at some point and, you know, just plug it up to the TV.
Yeah.
Not a traditional player in this sense.
Yeah. It looks like I said, they have a model out already. It's like the X700, and this is basically that model, maybe some updated internals, maybe some updated menus, I don't know. But the one thing that it doesn't have, which some people are divided on, but it doesn't really seem like a big deal to me, is that there's no apps or like streaming capabilities on it. Like it doesn't connect to like your Wi-Fi. So you know, like you'll load up a player and it'll have certain apps like YouTube, like Netflix, like whatever. Those things won't be there, which I don't care either. But
all TVs come with that now.
Exactly. But you know what's even funnier? And so this is the player that we got my son for Christmas to play 4Ks upstairs, since he's a budding physical media enthusiast as well. Got to keep it
4K prints.
Got to keep it alive somehow. But what's really funny is when we hooked this thing up for the first time, because I've never owned this before, so we hooked it up, and it comes up and you can see the apps, Netflix, maybe Hulu, I don't know. There's a couple streaming apps on there. He's like, why would anyone want to stream on their physical media player? It's like it. It's just
that is profound.
It's like, right. It's like, I bought this for physical media. Why am I streaming on it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, wow, honestly, you're brilliant.
When you brought up that there was bad news about this,
that's it.
I thought it was going to be something like, oh, it won't be backwards compatible with DVDs or Blu-rays or and I could see that being an issue. That would stick in my craw a bit. No. But dude, who cares about that?
Yeah, so I think overall, pretty good news. I don't know if anybody's looking for a new player out there, needs a new player, but just the fact that they're manufacturing them is great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Honestly, I hate when I turn on my TV and there's all these apps and advertisements. Yeah. Like, I can't stand that.
No, can't stand it. Can't stand it. So wanted to share that with everyone out there in case you hadn't seen it. Lindsay, what's the temperature on new Blu-ray players out there?
Looks like a couple peeps just got some Panasonic players.
The old Panasonic.
Texas 8 said that they got the Panasonic UB820.
That's it.
It's expensive, but worth it because Dolby Vision looks so good on it. And then Nice Guy 80 said that they treated themselves to the UB9000.
The UB9000. Treat yourself.
That's right. It's a spa day.
Spa day with the UB9000. UB9000. All right.
Large.
All right, well, let's get on to the news here, Russ. I know we talked about Roadhouse, but let's get on to some more news. Let's talk about Criterion and their June announcements. Did you take a peek at what they're doing for June?
I caught a glimpse, man. I did. I saw there was a big title. A couple big
titles. One in particular that stuck out to me, which is coming out June 24th, 4K Ultra HD and Blue. More Friedkin, more William Friedkin, the man himself. He's getting some more physical media love with Criterion with Sorcerer.
Yeah, it's big news. This is a sought-after title for many years, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's had Blu-rays and DVDs and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, this is now, you know, Criterion putting their stamp on it. New restoration from the original camera negative, approved from Friedkin himself, back from the dead to approve it. Came back.
That was nice of him.
Yeah. And, you know, outside of correct me if I'm wrong, but outside of Exorcist, and I know French Connection that's been announced, but it's not out yet, how many more Friedkin 4Ks do we got out there?
Kino put out Bug. He did that.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Cruising.
Okay.
It's To Live and Die in L.A. That got a 4K, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No fucking filmography does.
All right. At this point,
about?
all right. What the hell do I know? You're right. To Live and Die in L.A. And I believe that's got some high remarks too for its for its film quality.
Shit, I want Killer Joe in 4K.
Killer Joe. That's, I don't know. Who would put that out? Is that a Kino?
I could see Vinegar Syndrome or Kino. Yeah, Kino.
The movie kind of weirded me out. But other than Exorcist and French Connection, this is the one that I've always heard like people waiting for to get in 4K, like you're mentioning, like like something really sought after. I didn't know. I didn't really know too much about this movie. I've never seen it, and even the title itself is misleading. I mean, I don't know what that reference is, but I know it's not about a sorcerer, to my understanding. But I did see that it's sort of a reimagining of this film, The Wages of Fear, that Criterion just also put out this year, which a lot of people were also mentioning is maybe even better than Sorcerer, or this is where you should start at least. But I didn't realize that this was, I don't think they're calling it a remake, but a reimagining.
Reimagining.
Have you seen
adaptation?
Have you seen either of these?
I have not.
Okay.
So I got
get roasted.
You get roasted. You have a vendetta whenever you love. Oh, I don't, Russ, you haven't seen this one, right? Your turn.
Yeah, your turn. So this is the only thing I knew about this movie was that Roy Scheider.
Roy Schneider. No.
The word of the day, Schneider. I knew that he was in it, but that's about it. And I will say, I mean, I know he worked with him in French.
Oh, look, Pazuzu's in it.
Pazuzu. I don't know. I'm curious to find out from people if this is something that they feel is worth a blind buy. I want to kind of start putting those vibes out there first. Is this a blind buy for two people that haven't seen it? But on the other hand, something that I will say that is probably worth the price of the movie alone. Even if you didn't, just to buy it, there is a documentary on this release called Friedkin Uncut. The entire documentary that came out in a couple of years ago, this awesome documentary about him, about his films. Tons of people are on there doing interviews and whatever. It's on here. That was I think in the theater. Maybe it was something, a standalone. Maybe it was streaming. I don't know. I don't think it had its own release.
Matt, you answered your own question. Of course we're blind buying this. That's worth the watch I'd buy that alone.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is coming with it on the release itself. This entire thing, this entire documentary. And I want to play for the audience, if you haven't seen it, one of my favorite moments from it, which is, and I'm just going to set it up just really briefly. If you have seen it, you'll
Is it the
know
Al Pacino thing?
No. There's a moment where towards the end of the documentary where William Friedkin is talking about how judging films, he never really liked judging films or pitting films against another. I think someone maybe asked him, what do you think is better, this or this? And he just goes off, as he tends to do. He just goes off and he talks about, who's qualified to even make these determinations, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So this is the tail end of that conversation. This is the tail end. Okay. That's the setup. Okay, I can't hear that. Oh no! Lindsay, could you hear that?
Even from the grave.
No, I couldn't hear it.
Oh no, we can't hear it. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to hear this after all that setup.
Yeah, Matt, that was a huge tease. We're going to have to do something else now. Start dancing. Oh,
could you hear that?
Nope.
Not through my headphones.
Not through your headphones?
Just through your computer, which I don't think they'll be able to hear, right?
I don't know. Well,
guys, Friedkin said some cool shit.
Hold on.
As per usual.
Technical difficulties. I'm going to play this first part. Tell me in the chat if you can hear this. Can anyone hear that?
What a show.
What a show. It looks like a lot of people are going to blind buy this, though.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And people that have seen it said it's worth the blind buy.
It's worth the blind buy.
They can't hear it.
Can't hear it. Oh,
Nice.
damn it. Why can't we hear it?
You have to do a short about it.
We'll have to do a short about it.
Yeah, we'll do a short. And look at his pants. He needs some shorts. You see how high they were pulled?
Here's another clip I had of him too. This also is on there, which is also brilliant. And I was gonna try to play this too, but I guess I don't know why we can't hear it.
Save it, Matt. We'll do something with it later.
So there's an interview on this release of let me put this back up. In addition to Friedkin Uncut, there's an interview on here with William Friedkin and Nicholas Refn from Drive, which we've watched. You've seen that clip where basically, I don't know if he's doing it tongue in cheek or if he's being serious. Towards the end, it sounds like he's being serious, but Refn calls his film Only God Knows or Only God Forgives, whatever it is. He calls it a masterpiece. And
The director, for those who are watching, the director of Only God Forgives called his film Only God Forgives a masterpiece.
And William Friedkin like torches him, like just torches his ass. And it's excellent. And he's doing it in like a funny way, like, because he's not trying to be like rude to the guy, because they're having a sit down talking about Sorcerer. Like, that's what this is. That's what this conversation is. But at some point, the guy calls his own film. He calls his own film a masterpiece, and William Friedkin just like torches his ass. And it's great. It's great. And I really wish we could hear it. I don't know why we can't.
I always heard over the years, because as I said, I've never seen this, but on physical media or maybe in general, that there were alternate cuts of this film, or maybe there were in previous editions, it was never complete. I could be way off on that, but I seem to remember reading things about that over the years. Do you know anything about that, Matt? No.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, dude, I'm going to buy it just for that documentary and just this. Matt, you are like a dog with a frisbee, dude. We're gonna, guys, everyone watching, I hope you're patient. We're gonna get this figured out in the next 45 minutes.
We're not gonna get it figured out.
Matt,
Bro, we all love Friedkin, but
Dan Joker suggested you do your best impression of what Friedkin is saying.
Yeah, man.
Well, after, maybe this will work. After Friedkin basically torches people that are judging films, and he's like, you know, what's better, Batman versus Superman or La Vida Dolce or something? He's like talking about people that judge those kinds of things. He says this essentially:
fuck them and the horse they rode in on.
But it's even longer than that, and it's great.
Yeah. He is a man of many words.
So now that I've dragged that out much longer than I needed to, all over trying to get Friedkin gems, look at those pants. Look at that belt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Sorcerer.
I don't know where to go anymore, man.
It's coming out in June.
I think we should move on from Friedkin.
It's coming out in June, 1 month before the 50% off sale. Maybe it's time. Maybe we get it on the blind buy.
They just had a flash 50%
Yeah, they
off.
did.
I believe it ended today, though. So
They did.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Hopefully French Connection next. Friedkin, love you as always. Give him a round of applause. Another title that Criterion announced, and man, was I impressed when I saw that this artwork really matches our color scheme. Doesn't it?
They're watching us.
Wow, look at that blue and pink. It really matches us. Another Terry Gilliam jam from Criterion Brazil. They put this out like, I don't know, 10 years ago or more on Blu-ray. And this is coming out June 3rd. It's coming with the same features as before, all that kind of stuff, 4K restoration of the director's cut. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is for all my 80s Gilliam fans, all my Baron Munchausen fans out there, all my people out there. And I've never seen this, and I've never seen Time Bandits. Am I missing out? These look pretty incredible visually, but I don't know too much about the story, how compelling they are. But give me a recommendation out there. I do want to say, this is another one, this Time Bandits one from Terry Gilliam, which I also haven't seen, but I just have always seen this art and it's always intrigued me. But Criterion put this little like sizzle reel out. I'm going to mute this so we don't have to hear it.
How come you didn't say anything about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Criterion put that out too, man.
Yeah, but that's not the same. I know it's not the same. It's not the same as Baron Munchausen.
It's better.
But looking at this is something that some sizzle reel that Criterion put out. I mean, I don't know anything about this movie, but I was like, wow, this looks pretty wild. As per usual, I guess, for a lot of his films. Have you seen this movie before? Or Time Bandits?
I have not.
Okay.
Gilliam, I have a lot of blind spots in Gilliam's filmography.
I mean, look at this shit.
I never latched on to him for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks really cool to me. I mean, just I said, like,
it definitely does. Me saying that, I'm not insulting his talent or anything. I see his skill. I just personally, I never went down that rabbit hole with his filmography that I did with many other directors when I was younger.
Yeah, I didn't either. And I mean, other than like 12 Monkeys and
that's what I'm saying. I've seen like Brazil would count as a big one, I'm sure. But yeah, I've seen enough to where I can form an opinion on his style. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've seen the majority of his catalog when I haven't.
Curious to see what this might look like in 4K. It just looks like very fantastical and just like very possibly colorful. I'm not sure. Any Brazil fans out there? Any Brazil recommendations, Lindsay?
Yeah, Google's Trello Day just said that Brazil is much better than Time Bandits.
Okay.
And Granular Spirit just said you were missing if you haven't seen Brazil. It's an absolute essential film to see.
Okay.
Mitchell Thomas also said they love it and you should blind buy it.
Where does it fall in the Baron Munchausen scale? With Baron Munchausen is a 10, where does Brazil?
Out of 100. I've never seen that either.
You haven't seen it?
No, that's one of my blinds. You think if I haven't seen Brazil, I went out of my way to watch Baron Munchausen?
Can't believe Matt hasn't made you.
You're the weirdo in this situation, man. Your own family hates you in that
I know.
movie.
Matt likes to sit people down and just torture them with Baron Munchausen.
Oh my God, they fell asleep.
Twice.
Matt showed his son Baron
Munchausen,
and he was the first child ever to ask his parents for a divorce.
I tried it twice with him when he was really young, and then again when it came out in 4K. I was like, oh, now it's our chance to watch it again in 4K. I was enthralled.
This is child abuse at this point. When's the third time coming?
All right, here's the question for the chat. If I blind buy Brazil and I put it on, will my family love me again? If I put this on for family movie night, will my family love me again? Because they all fell asleep and cast me aside when I put Baron Munchausen on.
When Matt can see his son every other weekend, should we buy Brazil and try to show it to him 3 times?
Third time's a charm, son. He'll be 40 years old. Coming over, putting Baron Munchausen on for him and his son. No grandparents allowed at family movie night anymore now that Baron Munchausen showed back up. Here's the Criterion from 40 years ago. Well, thanks for all the recommendations out there. Maybe July will be kind of a wild blind buy month. There he is.
He looks like Matt's dad.
He kind of does look like my dad in a white suit.
He does.
I'm sorry, man. I caught him out of the corner of my eye, and I just had to hold him back.
We should both dress up as that for Halloween this year on a stream. That's how we should both wear white suits, glasses, gray our hairs.
Gray our hair. I don't have any hair, man.
Well, gray wigs.
I'll have to be.
We'll wear a gray wig. We'll both wear one. We'll both wear the same gray wig.
Formal Carlito.
Formal Carlito.
Formal Carlito, and you can be Mr. Atkins.
All right, let's.
I like the idea, though, man.
You like the idea?
I like the idea.
Here's what else Criterion is putting out other than Sorcerer and Brazil. 32 short films about Glenn Gould, Thelonious Monk, Straight No Chaser, The Wiz, Mishima, Life in 4 Chapters, and Midnight, which I've seen a lot of people comment on Midnight. And I'm a Don Amici fan, and I've never heard of that movie. I've never seen it either, but I see a lot of people that are like, hey, I just saw this for the first time. It's a definite pickup, or a lot of people that have, really commented on that more than anything else. I've seen some Wiz love.
That's crazy, because like the 2 that caught my eye was the Schrader one and the Thelonious Monk one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what the Wiz is and all that.
I saw that in school.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen it outside of parts.
I don't remember it, but I don't know.
As far as the 32 shorts, I liked like 17 of them. The other ones were fucking ass. And I can't support it.
Are you picking any of these up? Is anyone else out there? What's everybody picking up from this list? What are we getting? Are we waiting for July?
What are we
waiting on for July? I'm waiting for July. I'm kind of getting a little.
You know what I'm waiting on, Matt? I want a Sid and Nancy 4K so we can do a deep dive into that movie.
Okay.
That's what I'm waiting on. And I was thinking about last year, they did Repo Man. Mm-hmm. I feel like that might be one of their next sort of, hey, here's a 80s punk,
Yeah.
And that aesthetic. I feel like we may get that in the near future.
Gotcha. Maybe. I mean, when did they put the Blu-ray out?
I don't recall, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think it was out before the Repo Man Blu-ray, maybe.
Out before the Repo Man Blu-ray.
We're going back now, man.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I always love whatever they drop in July because it always just shows up half off.
It's true.
Maybe it'll be coming up. Let's go. Let's check in with the chat, Russ. You want to check in with the chat? You want to say hi to everyone?
I forgot they were there.
I know. Let's just say
Just
hi to
kidding,
everybody.
guys.
They're popping off.
They're popping off tonight. Let's say hi to everybody out there. Let's say hi to everybody out there. Let's see if anyone's guessing any words of the day. What do you have any suggestions on what the word of the day could be, Russ?
I suggested the word simp earlier, and you laughed. And I was like, if somebody could use the word simp in a sentence and make it pertinent to the conversation, but funny as well, I think that would work best. And then we'll go back, we'll go through all the comments, and we'll find the funniest one, the one, like I said, that spoke to our hearts, maybe make us cry. You could, many ways you could do this, and you will be gifted, you will have your choice amongst many gifts.
I liked shooting the breeze.
We'll do shooting the breeze. So what you're going to do is you'll use shooting the breeze in any kind. Just
We
make
don't have
sure
to
it's
decide it
pertinent.
yet.
Well, how the fuck are they going to do it?
At the end.
We
Well,
can't even
gotta
decide
stick
the
with us
word.
till
What are they
the
going to do?
Four Seasons Thirst Trap suggested the word shorts.
shorts.
You know what? You are our new manager.
Shorts.
On point. Shorts. That's right. Shorts.
Need to see the Lethal Weapon Steelbook. We do need to see it.
Yeah.
We do need to see it.
I guarantee you they're going to go original art with it, though. I'd be astounded if they didn't do that.
Bolo Young says, yes, I really hope Arrow is doing Roadhouse. The Jedediah said, I just bought it from Vinegar Syndrome.
But hold on, Matt. Hold on. We didn't answer this about Roadhouse.
What?
Are you going to double dip?
I did say that about Roadhouse. I'm not going to double dip.
I mean,
I got everything I
that's a
need.
title. I mean, that's
I got everything I need.
But that's Roadhouse. Man.
It is Roadhouse. I don't know. I feel like what I've got is definitive.
I don't know.
I'm always searching for definitive. Once you hit it, I don't know. I got to really be pulled back in.
But that's, you know what? This is a conundrum sometimes where I feel like these are too definitive. If they have the same features, same transfer, all of that, just even the package, I don't know. You're right. That's a weird collector's thing I have with this.
There's things I would definitely double dip. Like, as an example, Bloodsport. That media book I've got, I think is great. If someone put out something like really, like some hard boxes, like a VSU as an example, I'd probably double dip on that. That's completely different. You might get a different look. You might get more interviews and all that kind of stuff. But the Vinegar Syndrome one, what the hell else is Arrow going to put together for that?
Natural Born Killers is so like important and personal to me and, nostalgic for me. I bought the damn standard and the Steelbook like an idiot.
That's true, right at the same time.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
You are crazy. We were supposed to be talking to the chat. I'm started talking to you again.
In which case, fuck, no one wants to work.
Lindsay, what do you got?
Check out Nice Guy 80's comment.
Where's he at? I started scrolling up to the top.
Go towards the bottom.
Okay, I'm going towards the bottom.
He's got an idea for the giveaway, the prize.
Nice Guy 80. Gift is fly the winner out to Peddler's Lane or wherever. Unit 234, baby.
How do y'all want to go there?
I barely want to go there. Have you been there?
How many people do you think Google Earth searched this?
Yeah, well, if they haven't, they have now.
It's about as nice as it sounds.
Get that street view up.
Oh my god!
It's basically the first 5 minutes of Little Shop of Horrors. It's Skid Row.
Blah Blah said Sorcerer is worth a blind buy just for the bridge scene alone. Also, it's been hard to get Sorcerer in the U.S., says Mike.
That's what I always knew there was a story behind Sorcerer on physical media.
Yeah,
I always heard the fans like going off about we need this properly done, et cetera, et cetera.
And honestly, I've read the premise of both Wages of Fear and Sorcerer, and they do sound similar, but it is kind of like a pretty badass sounding premise. It sounds like it would be tense.
It sounds like a situation of a blowout with blow up.
Blowout with blow up?
Isn't that it? When De Palma did Blowout, but it was really the Antonioni film. It was a remake
of Blow Up. I don't know.
I feel like I'm fucking it up.
I'm confused. Granular Spirit said you can watch both Wages of Fear and Sorcerer and have a distinct viewing experience. Same subject matter, different approaches to the material. Nice. Very nice. I'll treat my UB9000 to Sorcerer, LOL.
Wait, what was that one comment I read above? It said something about it's the freaking Friedkin, baby. We're about to have us some fun.
Bolo Young says Schnickel Fritz is the word of the day.
Good luck, Bolo.
Schnickel, freaking Friedkin.
There it was.
There we go. There we go.
You're gonna need a bigger shiner.
Wages of Fear is A+. Maybe that should be a blind buy. I don't know.
Did Suicide Kings just come out, or is this one person?
Any fans of Suicide
I feel like I'm getting a lot of comments about Suicide Kings lately.
Is that with Dennis Leary?
Maybe, I don't know.
And Christopher Walken?
I know Walken's in it. Dude, what is you and Dennis Leary, man?
He's in it.
He's really into Dennis
but like,
Leary.
why do you go to him? There's like, that's an ensemble cast.
He's like the main character.
Christopher Walken is in it, and you were like, that the one with Dennis Leary?
But I thought Dennis Leary was the main character, and Christopher Walken was like a side character.
But it's just, I don't know. You defended
There's a
him on
gang,
Demolition
and he's
Man,
the leader.
so there's just like a whole, you love Dennis
I
Leary.
supported him. I didn't say he's the main character. I like Dennis Leary in it.
Oh, you saw Suicide Kings?
I did.
Oh, all right.
I've seen it, and he's in it.
He's in it more than Walken? They were just selling Walken on the poster?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Right.
Let's see. What else we got here? All in on Friedkin, of course. Winding Refn. Kenny yeah, that's who Friedkin just really lets have it. I'm really sorry, everyone, that I couldn't get the damn audio to work, because I was ready for a laugh myself. I was laughing watching it. I watched that where he talks to Winding Refn a few times.
It is a good pick me up when you're having a bad day.
Brazil was one of my first Criterions, says Google's Trial Day. Love from Northern Ireland. We'll catch up tomorrow. Dark Side of the Moon. Love right back. And now this, get Time Bandits. Google's Trial Day. Brazil is amazing, and the history package is fascinating. Oh, by the way, Sorcerer, when you look it up on Blu-ray.com, it says it's a digipack.
Yeah, it looked like that in the photo.
Yeah.
You could tell.
A digi. Gonna get that digi.
They know when it's a title that has a little bit more of a, I don't want to say cult cachet, but a little bit more of a, like they did it with Train Spotting. They did it with Repo Man. They did it with this, where, it's their little, you guys, if you fans are colorful,
you like,
give you a little box.
Well, I mean, especially when there's probably a lot of stuff in there, a lot of cool imagery and whatnot. Baron Munchausen is an acid trip, says Bolo Young. Hunter Dean says Brazil is a 9, and Mitchell Thomas says Brazil is an 11.
Wait, Matt, you never told me Baron Munchausen is an acid trip. Maybe I'll watch it now.
I mean, it's bizarre, to say the least. I mean, I don't know what the hate is. Lindsay, what's the hate?
Well, apparently,
where's the hate coming from?
Family to sleep.
That's what I want to find out. Is it just because you feel like it's boring?
Movie. No, it wasn't boring.
Slow?
It's just bizarre in a not fun way. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those movies that you had to watch as a kid to probably like it as an adult. Well, actually, I guess not, because our kid didn't like it. So there goes that theory.
Matt, we're going to have to speak to HR after the show.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of threw Lindsay, the producer, out to the wolves there with a bunch of like die-hard Terry Gilliam fans.
But
like,
no
hey,
one said anything about
yourself.
Baron Munchausen that was favorable. So, wait, here comes Hunter
But
Dean.
while we're on
Never
the
mind.
subject, Lindsay, what are your thoughts on Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Not for me either. I guess I'm not really an acid trip kind of girl. I don't know. That's kind of like weird that I'm not, but I guess I'm not.
Well,
I like some trippy movies, but I don't know.
Well, maybe you like Brazil. Brazil's a sci-fi classic, and your family will love you, says Brown Bunny. Tideland is Terry. It is most terrifying, and your family will hate you again.
Tideland? You don't watch Tideland?
They'll hate me again. I want them to love me again. So Brazil it is.
Wait, look at what Grant just wrote. Okay.
Hold on.
I feel vindicated.
Hunter Dean, Night Moves is a must-buy. I have my eye on that one, too. Gene Hackman, rest in peace. And I thought of that movie as soon as soon after he passed away. I was like, man, they just put out Night Moves. And I was reading from a lot of people in this chat that's another really great film to watch. And that's another, maybe it's going to be a blind buy July, Russ.
Dude, we need to do a segment on great movies you cannot watch with your spouse.
Great movies not for
it's
family movie night.
It never works. There are so many, there are certain movies throughout my life that it's like clockwork, dude. Every girl, every woman, they universally just don't like I don't know. I don't want to give any titles away, but there are some movies I just feel in my experience
just doesn't click.
I'm generalizing, of course, but yes, don't click with
that demographic. And Baron Munchausen's not, is that in the list?
Apparently, it sounds like it. I'm not in a rush to go fucking date somebody and put that movie on. I don't know, man. Can you say something else so I can stop?
Brown Bunny says, Cruising still got me simping. You two arguing is
Brown
entertaining.
Bunny, would you show your kid any Vincent Gallo, bro?
Here we go. Hunter Dean said, Baron Much is great. And I
Yes.
know he means Munchausen, but it's, I get it.
I have no opinion on it. I've never
Go
seen
down
it.
a couple comments to what Grant said. Read that one out loud.
Kenny Dreadful, Baron Munchausen by proxy. Grant says, my wife doesn't like some of my movies either. Made her watch Crash by Cronenberg once, and she threatened to divorce me. But see, on the flip
That's a good
side,
example. I never.
But
listen,
I freaking
but on the
love
flip
that
side,
movie.
Lindsay loves that
I
movie.
love that movie. I
But
played it
I'm
for a
with-
group of friends, which in hindsight, I probably wouldn't do again. That was a little awkward.
But listen, no, I'm with Grant. I love Crash, but I wouldn't show that to my wife. Honestly, probably any woman I've dated in my life. I don't. Damn.
I think we've watched it like 3 times now.
What? I've watched it 3
No,
times.
Matt and I
We've
like.
probably watched it quite a few
together?
times.
Yeah.
Crash.
Guys, we're on a live stream here. We're not just hanging out.
Adam
Be
Oblivion
careful
said,
what you say.
I just watched Night Moves for the first time this week, and it's an A-tier Hackman performance. Honorable mention to jailbait Melanie Griffith.
Oh, Google's trial of the day. Did you read that, Lindsay? I'm trying to get
know.
Lindsay, the producer, to watch Dancer in the Dark.
My
Okay,
girlfriend
that'll be
wouldn't
the
talk to me
next
after I
movie I
showed her
watch.
Dancer in the Dark. Why did you buy that? She said.
But hold on, Lindsay. I promise you won't feel that way.
No, I think
why?
I'm going to like it based on the little you've told me about it. It'll be
It's
the next
not-
movie I watch.
I gotta ask Google, why did she say that? I would understand if you showed her a Serbian film. I'd even understand if you showed her Happiness or Gummo, but Dancer in the Dark is a lot, but it's also, I mean, it's emotional. There's no real, it's just tragic. It's just really sad. That's all.
Gotcha. Girlfriend fell asleep when I showed her 2001 A Space Odyssey. Made my wife watch American
Yeah.
Psycho.
Well, American Psycho, that's not a bad one. 2001, I'd never try in a million years.
I've always tried to show my girlfriends Better Off Dead. I've learned that there are no women who like that movie. Lindsay likes that movie.
Dude, I have a funny story about American.
I think.
I have a funny story about American History X with a girlfriend I had when that came out.
Oh, yeah?
These were the video store days, and her and I, we went to the video store to rent movies like maybe 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time I was like, hey, I want to see this movie, American History X.
Mhm.
I knew what it was. Every time, no, I don't want to watch that. No. And then like I finally rented it myself and had it on, and she watched and she loved it. And I was like, why didn't you want to see this? And she was like, I thought it was like some documentary or some shit because it had history in the title.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You knew this girl.
Did
too.
I?
Yes.
Ugh, thankfully, I don't have a partner of any kind, says Mike. I can watch whatever I want.
It's hard out here, Mike.
I saw somebody reference Irreversible. We're gearing up for that. We haven't watched that yet. It's coming soon.
Oh, Lindsay, the producer, has never seen
Not-
Irreversible.
Not yet. I've only seen it once, so I'm preparing myself as well.
I watch it every Tuesday.
Let's get back to the news. But what I did want to share though, really quickly is
I think Shaw's referenced this all the time too. I Saw the Devil. I feel like that's been asked a lot, and I like.
Oh
that
yeah,
movie.
I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
I have a Blu-ray of it. It's like a standard nothing,
Yeah.
but it is a great movie.
Speaking of just Criterion, Janus Films, I guess they're putting this movie out. I didn't realize, but they released a trailer for Cronenberg's next movie, The Shrouds.
I was about to say,
This is his
didn't
next-
just come out.
This is his next film, but the trailer for it just came out. Janus Films put it out.
I was wondering about Diane Kruger just the other day.
Yep, she's back.
I feel like I haven't seen her in a while.
And this looks
Oh,
pretty
and
wild
Guy
as usual. I
Pearce.
don't have the trailer here. We're not going to share it here, but go check it out. I didn't see the one, oh crap, I lost the name of it. The one that was right before this, the one that he did with Vigo and it was like weird surgery shit.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that called?
And
Oh,
it had or was it Vigo or was it Christoph Waltz?
I thought it was Vigo. Oh man, I can't. Somebody's going to say it out there because I
maybe
think
that's it.
Second
No,
Sight
wait.
put it out.
Actually, it was a Terry Gilliam
thought-
movie with Christoph Waltz. I'm thinking of, man.
The chat has said Crimes of the Future.
That's it. Crimes of the Future.
And what's the movie I'm thinking of with Christoph Waltz that Gilliam made in recent years? But anyway, I was thrown off. Guy Pearce, dude. You
Yeah.
see Kevin Spacey address him?
No, did he? Oh, what did he say?
He was just, dude, he laid in on him. He was like, you are not a victim. Dude, I felt like I was watching Swimming with Sharks. The way he
Oh,
was
God.
addressing. He was like on a webcam.
Oh, because he said on set he was
And
like,
he was like, "Did you
jerk
keep-"
to him or something.
Yeah. So what? You're coming out at the last minute to take down the big bad guy.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, guy, but you are not a victim. Like, I swear to God, I felt like I was watching Swimming with Sharks. It was insane. But like, dude, if he's honest, I don't know.
I didn't hear the
If Kevin Spacey's telling his side and that's the truth, then yeah, I agree with what he's saying to Guy Pearce. I don't know.
I didn't hear
but
anything.
it was really bold.
Wow.
It did. It felt like a House of Cards episode.
Wow. Well, the Shrouds, Guy Pearce, he's in that. Kevin Spacey,
Watch
still
your
not
back,
working.
Guy. Watch your back, Guy. Damn, even the dude in Swimming with Sharks, his name was Guy.
He was Guy.
Yeah.
He was Guy.
We got to make a mix of that.
Great job, Russ.
Wow.
He was Guy. Let's look at a Steelbook. Not steel books, plural, just one.
Just one?
Just one, just a singular Steelbook.
Uh-oh.
And that would be John Carpenter's Starman, coming from Sony.
Is this the fighter of the Nightman? Or is it the champion of the sun?
Starman. I wish I remembered all the lyrics to that. But this is coming out May 27th. Now, this previously came out in the Columbia Classics Volume 4 in 4K.
I didn't know it was in one of those.
It was in one of those. And then now it's getting a standalone straight from Sony. Scream Factory, they had a collector's edition of this on Blu-ray.
Scream Factory had Starman?
They
I don't
did.
remember that either.
They did, yeah.
Not Shout, Scream?
Scream, yeah. Scream had it. Yep, but now Sony snatched it up. They snacked it up.
They do. They ate that shit.
They snacked it right up. And it's coming with all the previous Shout Factory, Scream Factory collector's edition or features, 4K restoration, original camera negative, Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos. I like this art. It's kind of cool.
Is it? I've never seen the movie. Damn, this whole live stream is like I'm you now. I haven't seen any of this shit.
Yeah,
I have a goddamn my right arm is dedicated to John Carpenter, and I've never seen Starman.
Whoa.
It's really hard to like fit this into his filmography because
It's his attempt at E.T. That's what I saw it as.
I feel like it does stand. I mean, I haven't seen every movie he's put out, but it does to me all of the ones I have seen. And I've seen a good fair share. Even the ones I haven't seen, based on what I know, this doesn't seem like it fits well within everything that he's done. It does kind of stand out over here a little bit. But I always loved this movie so very much. And I didn't even, it's hard when you think of this movie, John Carpenter doesn't even come to my mind.
Yeah, me either, honestly. A lot of times I forget.
Yeah.
Dude, as far as his run, which let's not kid ourselves, it was a legendary run. I think this and the Elvis movie, which was a TV one, are the only two I haven't seen. And I consider his run Assault on Precinct 13 up until, I'd say, In the Mouth of Madness. Yeah. I think these are the only two I haven't seen.
Well, it's maybe a little offbeat, but it's got a great story. It's very sweet.
I love her, dude. I've always loved Karen Allen.
Yeah, and the score is excellent. Like, and it's Jeff Bridges got an Oscar nom for this, which is John Carpenter's only time anything he ever did was, I guess, nominated.
And I can tie this back to Kevin Spacey. Do you remember when that movie K-Pax came out that Spacey did where he was an alien?
Yeah.
Bridges is in that also, which is clearly, I believe, a callback to Starman.
Yeah. And here it is, opened up. You got the back, opened steelbook case in there.
So you like this because I know you are a fan. You've spoken about this movie over the years to me many times. So
yeah,
this is indicative of it. This is good. They knocked it out the park.
Yeah, I think this looks great. I mean, it's not the traditional art is blue. They're using an opportunity to put the red on.
That's
here.
what I'm asking. I always associate blue.
Yeah,
and to me this is jarring. But you're saying this makes sense in the movie.
I don't mind it. Yeah, no, it's a scene in the movie. I don't mind it at all. I think Jeff Bridges looks great on there. In the blue one, I don't believe Karen Allen's on it, and Karen Allen, cutie patootie. I mean, give me a break. She has always been a cutie friggin' patootie.
Last night I was editing one of our shorts.
Shorts.
Everybody flips out.
No, cutie patootie's the new word.
Jesus Christ, we got to settle. But no, and I was editing footage of Raiders of the Lost Ark,
dude,
and I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, wow, she is beautiful, and how many classics has she been in?
I mean, she's been in a lot of classics,
dude. Raiders, Animal House,
Starman, Scrooged, the mom in
dude, she was in Raiders and Animal House.
She's the mom in Sandlot, cutie patootie there too.
As I said, actually, she did look kind of fucking good.
Dude, guess who's she married to?
I want her more than Wendy Peppercorn.
Who's she married to in Sandlot?
Fuck you. Come on, dude. I forget he's in that movie.
Dennis Leary.
Jesus Christ.
He's a real piece of shit in that movie.
This is the Dennis Leary stream.
God.
This is the Dennis Leary stream. It's
Actually,
all connected.
I like that Dennis Leary performance.
He's an asshole.
Exactly. There's no acting there.
He's kind of an asshole.
He doesn't have to do anything.
He's not being funny. He's just dry.
Exactly.
And an asshole.
Just like his other shit. It's not funny. It's incredible.
No, it's funny. But Karen Allen, like I said, cutie dang patootie. Come on, give me a break.
Damn, man. Now you got me thinking about that part where she walks in and that fucking beam or what is it? That marble hits her head.
Yeah, it's like Connects or something. What is that? Tinker Toys?
God damn.
50s. The only thing, oh man, I wish I found a trailer for this, but I didn't. The only thing that's different about this from the Columbia Classics, which I've seen actually some people gripe about, which I just laughed because I've actually seen this show, is in the Columbia Classics edition, they gave you the entire Starman television show. Like every episode is in there. It's like the whole series is like bundled with it.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool for them to do, but that's not here. And I saw some people like, oh, hard pass because it doesn't have the fucking original show. I'm like, the original show sucks, guy. Like, it's not great. Did you ever see that? No. Dude, I love
Wouldn't it
this.
be funny if I was like, I saw every episode, but I never saw this movie.
I love this movie as a kid. Like I said, I watched it all the time whenever I could. And they had a spin-off. It's like a TV show on like ABC or something. It only ran for like 12 episodes, and it was Robert Hayes was like the main character.
Airplane?
Yeah, Airplane, Robert Hayes. He plays the Jeff Bridges character, and he's here with his son, who's a little older, and they're like doing their Starman shit together. It wasn't great. I watched it just because I love Starman, and there's this part where Jeff Bridges manipulates this like silver ball, and it like glows and does shit. And every episode of that show, that was like the finale, like where the guy would like manipulate the ball. And I was like, here it comes. This is the part. I was young and foolish. It was trash. This movie is great. And I don't care that show's not with it. How about that? That's your short. That's your short. So I don't know if there's any love out there for Starman. I kind of don't want to know. Lindsay, don't tell me. I'm not sure how it's going.
It's John Carpenter. Of
Yeah,
course
okay.
No, people like it.
Yeah.
You'll like this comment though
Give
a
it to me.
lot, Matt. And now this just said, I wouldn't mind buying the Dennis Leary movie, The Ref, if it came out on 4K.
No, hey, listen. Matt knows.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, him and I adore that movie. And honestly, I don't think I know anyone else in real life who even knows that movie besides you. But similarly,
Back to Spacey.
I think we both grew up. Yeah, back to Kevin Spacey. Exactly.
Spacey show. Is it a Spacey or a Leary show?
But nah, we both, like, I watched that a lot growing up. I thought that movie was hysterical when I was younger.
It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. And Lindsay, the
Maybe.
producer, has hated that I've said that for years. And
Why?
I've put that on every
Because
year.
nobody knows it when you say it. Is that why?
It's not a Christmas movie. I put
What?
that. It's very
I didn't
Christmassy.
say that.
No, no.
Not a Christmas
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. That was
That
early
makes
on.
more sense than Die Hard as a Christmas
That
movie.
was early on. Over time, after playing it year after year, Lindsay, the producer, has succumbed to the power of The Ref, and now calls herself a fan and recognizes it as a Christmas movie, just like I did.
know.
Early on, there was a lot of hate.
It's because you Clockwork Oranged her, just like you're trying to do with your child and Baron Munchausen. Yeah.
Well, we watch it every year when we wrap Christmas gifts.
Every year.
Every year.
Gotta watch
Like,
it.
Since we started dating. This is like 20 freaking years now. But now I'm quoting it too as the movie's playing.
Now you guys are sitting around like, where are the cigarettes, Caroline?
You are a liar. Capital L-I-A-R.
What does he say?
best.
Is there a fucking waste of life
Yeah.
named Gus here?
Dude, I don't even get me started. I'll quote that whole
All the
movie.
time.
Nah, that's the
Slipper
one Leary
socks.
thing I give. But nah.
I'm glad there's some love
gotta
out
give
there.
it. He did his thing there.
He did. There's some love out there too. I like that.
Yeah, dude. But it is funny. Like, I think you were the only person I ever met that gave a damn about that movie like I did.
Thank you, Sony. Starman. Now all we're waiting for is just one of the guys. I know Sony watches. I know Sony reps are out there. I know there are plenty of people on Sony's payroll that watch this show. And for some reason, they're just not getting this information to the higher ups. Let's just keep on throwing it out there. Sony.
Where's the house party graphic? I know we're doing a Steelbook, so I understand, but
Yeah.
we got to speak house party into existence as well. Man.
Next time
we
you
can't fumble the ball.
I'll include that next time we talk about Criterion. I'll make sure that it's in there. We're going to keep on pressing for these.
We'll keep
these
on
type-
keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Russ, you ready for some updates?
Update.
we've got an update for Kingpin, which I only wanted to mention because this exact question was asked the last time we talked about this, and it has now been answered. So I wanted to make sure that we updated the people.
Is it theatrical or directors? Is that the
That's
update?
the information. That's the update. All right, here it is. Features have been revealed. Some discussion on which cut will hopefully be in 4K. Here's the news. 4K restoration with HDR and Dolby Vision on the theatrical. HD masters of the theatrical and extended edition from a 4K scan also being provided.
So they're doing both in 4K.
Well, one's in 4K, one's a Blu-ray from a 4K scan.
And that's the director's one. That's the shittier one, right?
So you're getting theatrical and extended on Blue, and then you're getting a theatrical on 4K. So you're getting all that with it.
Yeah, but from what you just described, you said it pretty fast. The longer one,
yes,
is the shittier version.
That's what I was led to believe in the last stream. Remember, I haven't seen this.
No. I'm talking about, because you said one's a Blu-ray that's upscaled. Like, which one?
We're learning real time.
Is it the theatrical cut that is in the best presentation?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's what we need.
Yes, that's
what we need.
That's the one.
Theatrical cut is better. It's similar to Dumb and Dumber. I'm sure you feel that way. Because it's comedy, dude. What happens is it knocks the pacing off.
Just like a lot of weird jokes.
Well, no. It's like, dude, the shit gets edited out for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a joke works here or there, but it kills the pacing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what always happened. It happened in Friday when they did it. It happened in Dumb and Dumber. And they're not worthy jokes, which is why they were cut in the first place. You could trim the fat. So adding them in ruins the experience, especially if, like I said, with films like this that we all grew up on, we didn't have these options. All we had was the theatrical. I watched Friday 50 billion times. Like when I go to watch it in 4K, I don't want that added shit that weighs it down. Yeah. I like it as an option, but not the only version, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a win. Because Kingpin is a movie where the director's cut, which is nothing but an excuse to throw shit into the movie and sell it, back in the early 2000s. Nah, dude, theatrical is better. I don't care. 9 times out of 10 with comedies, theatrical cuts are better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I disagree with me.
40-Year-Old Virgin, when they just gave you the extended cut only on DVD, what a friggin'
a good example. And 40-Year-Old Virgin, the theatrical cut is probably 15 minutes too long.
It's already like 2 hours and 5 or 10 or something.
Yeah. And I like that film, but like it could have been more compact. And it's like I don't need an epic of the idea of a 40-year-old virgin.
No,
like, that's insane.
No,
that's insane.
Definitely not. But yeah, so that's what's happening. Hope everyone's pleased with that.
I am.
All right, there we go.
It's a great movie, dude. You gotta check it out.
And I don't know. So this title was also announced, and Russ, we did a VHS favorite VHS boxes of our childhood when you'd go into these stores. Now this one we did not cover, but this is one I also do remember. And when Kino announced it, I wanted to show it and see if you also remember it from the VHS store days. Kino putting out in 4K is a film called Prophecy. Do you remember that weird thing?
Yeah, I do. I've seen the first hour of this.
You have, with Talia Shire and Robert Foxworth.
I didn't get into it at all.
It looks, I've got I think I have this trailer here that's like a updated trailer that someone did. It's not like the original, which is just that weird creature kind of spinning around.
I don't even remember seeing the creature. I don't even think I got that far.
Yeah, so I don't know who remembers this from the VHS store. That weird little creature, I always remember, and I wasn't sure if you had seen that before.
No, I have. I have, but it wasn't a staple.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't like my main video store or something, but it wasn't.
Armand Asante.
Yeah, dude.
I just saw Armand Asante.
I remember when I sat down to watch it. It was not a couple years ago.
There's Talia,
but it was Talia Shire. I was like, she's in this, and then I was like, oh, let me check it out. And of course Frankenheimer. But
look at that thing. What is that?
It didn't grab me.
And that's the alien that's on the cover, that little squirmy thing. Look at, weird. Ew, here comes some shots of the weird alien. Oh, okay. I'm a little scared. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a cool shot. You see that cool shot? Guy with the fire in his sunglasses. We need that for you, Russ. I need some effect where you got fire in your sunglasses.
I didn't get to that part. I definitely would have left the movie on had I seen that.
Oh, man, Talia, what was she doing? This was after Rocky?
What do you mean, what was she doing? She's in a film with John Frankenheimer. That's pretty highbrow in the late 70s, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty high. This looks pretty
Rocky.
This looks pretty highbrow.
The Godfather.
Is it a bear?
Is it a bear?
Looks like, oh, hey.
It's Man, Bear, Pig.
It's The Prophecy. All right, well, The Prophecy's coming out. I don't know. I don't know who's interested in that at all, but I just wanted to tell you that one of our VHS store covers is coming out.
Well, and I'll say this, I'd be open to giving it another shot. It could have been one of those situations like I was too tired or, you know, it happens. I just remember what I watched didn't grab me and I didn't go back to it. Another
story hot off the Kino press is something that has really ignited the community. Really ignited it.
On fire?
On fire. And that has to do with Daylight and Dante's Peak from Kino. Did you pick these titles up, Russ?
Of course, dude. They're my two favorite movies.
Well, did you get them before they yanked them off the shelves? They yanked them.
No, I did not purchase these, but I heard about this.
Yes.
I don't know the full story, but I heard that scalpers are having a field day with these titles.
So for whatever reason, Kino announced these, put them out for like 5 seconds, and then immediately took them down off their website. And some people got in time and got them somehow, but a lot of people got all their stuff canceled, all their pre-orders canceled. This is a message that I saw someone posted about, due to production issues, so on and so forth. There hasn't been any information about why they pulled it, but I did see something that said it's still coming out. It's just coming out later. Like they're still going to put them out in like June or July or something. It says indefinitely, but I think there is a later date that they have decided for them. But I don't know. I don't know why they pulled them. But like you said, the people that managed to get them, and maybe the discs are okay, maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't know why they pulled them. But the people that managed to get them, some people decided to scalp them. Like real true Americans. Like real slime balls. Look at this thing. $150. What a piece of trash. I hope that's nobody out there. If that's you out there doing that, sponsored no less. You had eBay sponsor that thing.
Matt, it was me.
Is that you trying to get 150?
It was me, $89.99.
$89.99. There's 9 people watching $89.99.
That's why I put it at $89.99, dude. I'm not going to be the guy doing $150. I did $89.99.
9 watchers.
I'm going to rip people off. I'd say my moral tank is like half full,
What a human gutter ball.
Well, fuck you.
That's a quote from just one of the guys, coming soon from Sony. But yeah, Daylight. And I didn't check. Dante's Peak I didn't see up there, but I definitely see a lot of people. Did anyone out there scout their Daylight?
Even a rarity of Dante's Peak doesn't go for anything. They're like, even a scout, it's okay. We'll wait for that one.
Did anyone buy a scalped Daylight?
Stallone did.
Stallone bought a few.
I don't know.
He's like, these are collector's items.
Hold your breath.
Oh, well, that's the news from Kino for the week. I thought that was pretty interesting. I have no interest in Daylight or Dante's Peak, but I'm sorry for everyone that didn't get theirs. But hopefully you still will, and you won't have to pay this guy or girl $150.
Please, to our viewers, we love you all. Don't resort to this. Just wait. Kino, they'll put it out.
They'll do something. Last time, Russ, for Shout Select, we talked about the BLAXPOITATION box set. I don't know if you pre-ordered that.
I saw it. It went up for pre-order. I haven't yet, but dude, I am. That's the one. That's like that and Lethal Weapon. I'm the most excited about this year that have been confirmed thus far.
Well, I do have a
update
I do have an update for you for that. And that, remember when I brought it up to you, I said that there was some kind of like, some people were not fond of the outer box artwork. It looked too like GTA, too much like GTA.
I believe we made those comments, didn't we?
It's been changed. It was that on the left, and now it's that on the right.
I kind of like the GTA style.
Now you miss it.
I know now I can't have it. I like it.
Don't worry, it's on eBay for $3,000.
Yeah, thank God. The grass is always greener. Am I right?
Yeah. But there it is. They changed it from that to just this purpley cloudy kind of thing.
Yeah. That purple cloudy style, I feel like there are a ton of blaxploitation collections released like on DVD and Blu-ray that look similar to that.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining at all. I just want the damn titles in 4K with all the features. That blew me away.
Yeah.
So I put it in whatever fucking box you want. I don't give a shit. I'm buying it.
And the fact that it's volume 1, I'm stuck on that. They're letting you know more are coming.
And not only that, like I said, the titles they put in this, I am curious to see what's in volume 2. I guess Foxy Brown, because that wasn't in this one, was it? But they got to have some heavy hitters to balance it out. They don't have Shaft. I don't think they have Superfly. I'm trying to think of like what are the big names that they can balance out what they put in here, because Criterion has Shaft, you know, like they have. I don't know. I'm just interested to see where this goes, but I'm pumped for this release.
Yeah, so there it is. That's it. Plus posters of all of them, double-sided posters.
That's so cool.
We talked about Lethal Weapon. Somebody wanted to talk about Lethal Weapon here. Some WB news. There has been a small update on the Lethal Weapon release. There's been a image leaked for the French version of it, the outer box. This is what they're showing. That doesn't look like a hard, that could be the hard box that the Steelbook goes into. I don't know. Remember the art we showed, it was TBD, but this is what's been shown so far for French markets. We might get it differently, but France is
American original artwork.
It is L'Arme Fatale.
That's how it was. That's what it said at my local multiplex when I was a kid in 1987. It said L'Arme Fatale.
That's why.
Mommy, take me, monsieur, take me, L'Arme Fatale.
That's why I went to see L'Arme Fatale.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
And we had a blast.
Did you have a blast?
Oh, yeah.
You had a blast at L'Arme Fatale. So what do you think? If this is the box your Steelbook's coming in, you like that? You a fan of that?
It's kind of goofy in its positioning.
What do you mean?
I can't tell. Well, I'm really used to the VHS that I had as a kid, which had that image, but it had a gray exterior. You know how VHS boxes used to do that. Like that would be the square in the upper half, but the rest of it was gray.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like Mel Gibson's eyes are fucking penetrating my soul.
They really upped it on the blue in his eyes.
Blue in real life? Like,
no, I don't know.
Christ.
No, not anymore. So I don't know. There you go. There's your WB L'Arme Fatale French release pretty soon in the US and UK markets.
Well, the one I got has the or was that an official artwork for the box with the police shootout thing, the target?
Yeah.
That is official.
I believe so.
Like,
I don't know. That might be to be determined. We don't know. I'm just showing you the France one.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is maybe something.
They're going to do Nightmare on Elm Street. I guarantee you, whatever the box is, if that was to be determined, it very well could have been. But I know the Steelbook itself, they're going to do the original art, just like Nightmare. I'd be shocked if they didn't do that.
Well, it's slated to come out at the end of April, and I haven't seen really much else. So hopefully we start seeing some pictures soon.
No.
I don't know. Another title from WB. I'm not sure how much love there is for this movie out there. If you don't have much love for it or you haven't seen it, I'm going to recommend it to you all one more time because I have recommended it on this channel, and Russ backed me up with The Informant in 4K.
That's coming out on 4K?
Yes, from WB. There it is, The Informant. I don't know. I don't know, but they're putting it out. I get to replace my Blu-ray.
I'm a big fan.
I know.
But why?
April 15th.
I was not expecting that.
I've promoted this channel in the past. I'm going to promote it again. Excellent, underseen, underappreciated comedy.
Oh yeah.
This cover art's all you need to know. This is all I needed to know when I saw it. Look at Matt Damon. Just look at him. Like that. If you're not laughing looking at Matt Damon here, this movie isn't for you. That's it.
And can I tell my story with this?
Yes.
Because I had the experience that I think most people had with this film. It came and went. I don't check out every Steven Soderbergh movie.
Yeah.
I thought this looked mid. I didn't care. You championed it for so many years.
Yes.
You showed it in a movie night setting that I had attended. And at the end of that movie, I completely agreed with you. I understood. I was like, dude, this is one of the funniest movies I've ever fucking seen. And I also understand what happened when it came out. It's really hard to market this movie without giving it away.
True.
Like, it's really hard to market this movie as how funny it is without kind of giving away key plot things that reveal what scenes that you already watched as funnier than you remember them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's hard to explain, but it's like, it's almost like a fucking Christopher Nolan comedy. You know, like I'm telling you, it's, and Matt Damon, dude.
He is
His
incredible.
facial expressions.
He's incredible.
And especially when you know like who his character really is by the end of it. It's brilliant.
And it's based on a true story of he's like a goofy like whistleblower who turns informant for like the FBI on some price fixing scheme for like corn syrup or something for where he works. But dude, it's the supporting cast, even like everyone that's surrounding Matt Damon is like a professional comedian, stand-up comedian, and they're all playing it straight. And Matt Damon's the goofy one, which is really, really funny in this setting, except for Scott Bakula. He's not a comedian, but highest recommendation from me. Matt Damon's inner monologues, his look, that mustache, that hair. It's so witty. It's so clever, and it's actually kind of a cool sort of story, you know, like and how it concludes and everything.
It didn't even have to be played as a comedy, and it would have been an interesting story. But the fact that it is even, it's the icing on the cake. It makes it rewatchable as hell. It's
so good. It's so good. I did see, just brief aside, I did see that that recent Soderbergh movie, The Presence, that like ghost story one. Remember we watched that trailer?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It seemed more like an experiment, just for like fun.
Is Julia Fox in it?
She is in it for like the opening. She's like the real estate agent that's selling the house to the family that's moving in, and then you never see her again.
She's a great actress.
She's great. Yeah, she's always looking over your shoulder, always looking out for you. But yeah, I don't know if anybody saw The Presence. It wasn't really a horror movie. If you went in thinking it was and maybe you were disappointed, it doesn't really come across as a horror movie really at all. Even though in the trailer it makes you feel like you're about to see some horror shit with David Koepp. Describe.
Wow, Koepp wrote it?
Koepp wrote it. He's on the poster. It's like a Steven Soderbergh film, Presence, written by David Koepp.
Man. You know, when Koepp wrote a movie.
He didn't write Kevin Dunn into it, though. Not this time.
Prick.
But no, I would...
you wrote that into the script of Stir of Echoes. He would not sell it unless Kevin Dunn was attached.
Kevin Dunn. Gotta be there. So yeah, I would sort of recommend that movie if you want to watch something different and interesting, but I would highly recommend the Informant.
As do I.
Lindsay, what's the Informant love like out there? Do we want to know?
None.
Yeah, Texas 8. Yeah. Texas 8 said that they got the Informant on pre-order, and it's definitely an underrated Soderbergh gem. This was interesting. Dwayne "The Rock" Hudson said that he did a case study on Archer Daniels Midland and business school and got the university to do a screening of the movie afterward.
When you just said that, I just heard Matt Damon saying it in his mind, Archer Daniel Midland or whatever. I could just hear him saying it. Like so much of this movie is him thinking about stuff, and like you hear his inner monologue, and it's just so off the wall. It's so great.
Yeah, Brown Bunny said that you convinced them and they're picking it up.
Pick it up, please. Or just rent it tonight, watch it, and then decide later. Yeah. But definitely check this movie out. Somehow watch this movie. All right. Coming close to the end here, Russ. Couple thing or two left I wanted to share. Something maybe you're interested in. Maybe you're not. But I know this is something you've seen.
Can go either way.
Coming to Blu-ray.
Uh-oh.
The one-man show.
I've seen a one-man show?
Of A Bronx Tale.
Shit, I've seen. Like, how many one-man shows have I seen?
For all you jerk-offs out there who's ready for the one-man show.
Jerk-offs.
So they're putting this out on Blue, and the reason... You have seen this before, and you've asked if we wanted to go see it before together.
I've seen it live.
That's what I mean, live. Not this release. This is a brand new... It hasn't come out yet. No one can see this yet. No one's seen it. It's not out.
Mm-hmm.
This is now. That was then.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is a situation where I'm going to pick this up because it's like, hey, I have a document of a memory I have. And yes, it was incredible live. Like I went in, I think like most people, I went in to go see it thinking, oh, I'm going to watch the dude basically recite his script. Yeah. It's like, I've seen this film 50 billion times. I love it. I'm just here because, hey, I support you and all that. Nah, dude, I was from like, the minute it started, I was swept up into it. I wasn't even thinking about the damn movie when I was watching it. Like, It's so good. He has music cues that come on and all the, it's little things. There are little differences in it because I guess he's going more on, maybe his original script or maybe a little, little changes in the movie. But I don't know how it's going to come across on your TV set, right?
Yeah.
It may be a completely different experience. Live, though, yes, I had a blast. And you're correct. I was saying, if you got anybody, I would go again. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Is he still doing it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And for those people who are watching us, he's semi-local to us. It's always in our vicinity. It's always in like Philly, Jersey.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would be very interested to see it live. I don't know about seeing it in this format first.
We'll go.
Is it something?
A 4K Kings field trip. We'll go.
I love it. I love it. And from executive producer Robert De Niro, does he executive produce the one-man show as well?
Yeah, he's there every night.
He's there every night in the corner.
Dude, no.
A little bit.
Come on, let's be honest, Matt. They're putting his name on it to sell the Blu-ray. They're putting the title up. Look,
no.
You notice One Man Show is written very small compared to A Bronx Tale, so you're confused that you might be buying the movie, dude. Come on.
Now, what they're doing is they put limited edition on it. That's why people are scooping it up.
Well, that too.
It's limited.
That too. Because there's nothing worse in life than wasted limited edition potential.
Make that shit limited. From Tribeca Films. I didn't even know they put Blu-rays out. All right. Well, let's go over to the chat. Let's say hi to them before we close out in a little bit. Let's see. What do we got here? What's everybody saying out there? Best Russ cutaway. I don't know what that means.
Oh, when you're talking about Julia Fox, I flashed her over his shoulder there.
New Metal Ricky said Daylight is worth $150. Is it?
Sometimes New Metal Ricky, I can't tell. Like sometimes I think it's sarcasm, but then the name New Metal Ricky, it's like, no, it's not. This is on brand, and I love you for that.
I'm going up to the top. I'm scrolling back to the comments. I'm scrolling back about, I don't know, an hour ago. Let's see where we're at. let's see where we're at here. I despise Crimes of the Future. I didn't see that.
Zero Theorem was the film I was thinking of.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Brown Bunny, The Shrouds is about his wife passing. Must watch. I do remember seeing that this movie inspired him after his wife passed away, because it's a movie about technology where you can view your loved one decay in the ground.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty gnarly.
Oh, that just gave me full body
But there's like
chills.
some people that are after this tech and they're like hacking into it. It's like very Cronenberg.
It's a great concept.
Yeah, it's like,
it looks pretty cool.
It's a great concept.
Wait for movie night. You'll see the trailer then. Or watch it later. Let's see. Kevin Spacey is creepy, but a great actor.
Dude, saw it on Precinct 13, 4K, day one. Didn't they even put out the remake on 4K? Didn't Scream or Shout Factory or something
with John Travolta?
Oh,
the remake? Wasn't he in that? What am I thinking
You're
of?
thinking of the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
The Assault remake had Lawrence Fishburne and Ethan Hawke and Adriana.
And Dre De Matteo.
I was about to say, and Adriana from The Sopranos.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I watched that one with my dad.
I actually heard, I didn't watch it, I'm a purist. The original Cronenberg, the original Carpenter is a masterpiece, but I did hear that remake isn't bad, apparently.
Okay.
And I gotta admit, that cast is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't watch it on principle, but.
Double A said Starman is one of my faves. Blah, blah says you need to watch Starman. And then here comes a Dinier with Starman was a one watcher.
Ooh.
I don't think so. But look, I guess who won't be putting the Steelbook out is him.
Yeah,
is the end of that joke.
If it didn't, he designed a Starman Steelbook, it'd be like the most basic shit ever because he hated it.
Hated it. The Mouth of Madness.
Yeah. I love In the Mouth of Madness, dude. To me, In the Mouth of Madness is pretty much the cutoff of Carpenter's run, I'd say.
Well, answer Vincent Doyle. What's your favorite Carpenter movie?
Escape from New York. Yeah,
Escape from New York.
I'm not saying other films. Halloween may be a better movie. You could do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Escape from New York is my favorite Carpenter movie.
Brown Bunny said, I love Ken Russell's Altered States. That kind of reminds me of Starman. I have a weird Altered States story.
Altered States is an awesome movie.
I have a weird story about that. I would like to see that again.
There's Altered States, and then there's the other... what's the other one that was around the same time that had like a similar... Oh my God. That's going to drive me crazy. I'll come back to that. But real quick, Escape from New York is also my favorite of his themes, like musically. I like that the most as well. I think that's his best.
Not the Coupe de Villes.
They just rock.
That's true. They do just rock.
That's my favorite rock band, is the Peak DeVille's. I'm talking scores, man.
Simon out of BC, it's a sweet film. Starman so different from anything Carpenter's done. Amazing movie. I love all the Starman love. There we go. Starman artwork is Sony at their classiest. Looks like a Christmas movie, says a Denny. I think it's like radiation that's falling from the ship above.
That's a terrible Christmas.
They're getting cancer as they collect the flakes.
Santa's throwing cancer over everyone.
You guys hear about Fright Night Part 2? Yes, there's a whole, that's something that I should have grabbed. There's, what's it, Synapse.
Wow.
Synapse is putting out like a ton of like weird old school horror sequels, and Fright Night's one of them.
Shit, pull that up. What other sequels do they do? Synapse getting that. Damn, they do. Synapse is awesome. Synapse is awesome. I told you, I support them sometimes over other labels. I got their Phenomena. What else did I do that with them? A few titles. But wow, Fright Night Part 2, dude, I don't even think there was a DVD. It was like some bullshit. I
didn't care for Fright Night 2.
I don't either. That's why we don't bring it up too much.
Yeah,
but I understand there's a demand for it, but yeah, I'm not a fan.
These are the ones.
What do we got going on?
Fright Night 2, 976 Evil 2, Prom Night 4, Prom Night 3, Prom Night 2, and Marilyn Chambers is Anal Heat?
Anal Heat.
I don't know what that says. I can't read it.
Man, why didn't you bring up Anal Heat? I've been looking for that on 4K for years.
Anal Heat coming soon.
Marilyn Chambers, Anal Heat.
Let's see.
Hold on, Altered States. What's the other movie? It was around 1980 that had a similar LSD type thing going on. Why can't I think of?
Dude,
it wasn't Ken Russell. You know what Ken Russell movie I love is a movie called Crimes of Passion.
Crimes of Passion
with Kathleen Turner and Anthony Perkins, Norman Bates. That movie's fucking rad.
I woke up. I must have fallen asleep on the couch, like with my parents watching television, and I woke up and they were both asleep, and it was like the middle of the night, and Altered States was on, and I obviously have no idea what it was, and it was the scene where is it William Hurt? Mm-hmm. He's like in the tank, and I don't really understand what was going on, so someone will have to explain it to me, but it goes from that to like he's a werewolf. And he like rips something apart, like a sheet. You see him, he's like a werewolf.
Yeah.
Right. And then like soon after that, there's a scene where it's like really sweaty on like the couch, and him and some woman are like making love. You know what I'm talking about? They're like having sex. This all happened in like the span of what felt like 10, 15 minutes. I could have seen a lot, and I'm just like amalgamating it together. But just imagine waking up. And those are the scenes you see. A man in like an isolation tank, and then all of a sudden he's a werewolf, and then he's having sex with someone on a couch, and it's like real sweaty looking, and I'm like, what am I? I was freaked out. Those scenes have been burnt into my brain, and I still haven't seen the film to this day as a result.
Trying to think what movies that happened to me with. I'm sure there's a few.
Just caught me off guard.
Yeah. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
A lot of other people saying they think it looks like a Christmas movie. Okay, well, theatrical excellent news for Kingpin.
Yeah, and see, Dumb and Dumber cut is horrible. Like it's with comedies, it's so bad when they do that with comedies. Pacing is so important in comedy. Even if a joke's not going on, that rhythm of going from one to the other is so important. Almost more important than certain jokes themselves. And that's why when they do that, it's just killing the movie.
Which hopefully is what they did with Mouse Hunt on 4K, where we're not going to get that extended cut that everyone hates.
That's a good decision.
Cosmic Incubation. Excited for Mouse Hunt on 4K. I've never seen that movie, but I did say that they announced that.
Hey, that movie always got good reviews.
It's a mutant bear movie, Prophecy is.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Shaw, about Girl Next Door? I surprisingly like that movie as well. And I say surprisingly because it is so clearly a Risky Business ripoff. But I liked it. I thought they did a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a strong cast, like Emile Hirsch, Paul Dano, like these actors who kind of did serious work after it, but it's in this Timothy Oliphant. Yeah, it's not bad. I have to admit, I was pleasantly surprised by it when I saw. Just instead of a prostitute, she was a porn star.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of like the Risky Business
set up.
You could tell that was on their mind when they were writing it.
I've really liked Google's Travel Day. I really enjoyed your comments tonight, especially this one. Who smiles like Karen Allen? What a smile!
Nice comment.
What a smile, especially in every movie basically, but I just in Scrooge they really do a lot of tight shots of her face when she's talking to Bill Murray, and just her eyes.
They really do it in the one scene when he comes to the shelter, and like because
her eyes that were once inviting are now icy blue.
Yeah, because he does something that pisses her off. I don't even remember.
But there's another comment.
No, dude, I'm still thinking about that scene in The Sandlot, dude. Where that marble hits her fucking head. I'm gonna go home tonight and watch that. She's beautiful in that movie. Just that scene on a loop, just her walking through the door. Because didn't she have like freckles and shit?
She
like
does
red
have freckles.
Hair? Yeah, like she looked good in that movie, man.
She looks good in every movie. She's a cutie patootie. Talia Shire's low-key foxy.
Notice I never said cutie patootie, so that is not the word of today. Please don't. If anyone writes a comment with cutie patootie, you are not winning shit.
My word of the day. Talia Shire's low-key foxy.
I have always agreed with that. And you know when you agree, or because with her it was really funny. I grew up watching the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the first one, she's, her character is introverted, nothing. But as that series goes on, it's like they doll her up more and more and more and more. And even in Godfather 2, you ever notice that? Yeah. Because it's her wedding in the beginning.
Yeah,
and she has more confidence after the shit,
Yeah.
They killed her husband in the first one.
Yeah. Spoiler.
We spoiled the Godfather. Sorry, guys.
Hey, side plot. Spoiled a side plot? Way to go.
But not. Yeah, I've always liked Talia Shire.
Let's see. Manchurian Candidate simp. How about that?
You won.
We need it in the comments of the stream. You better be clear, Russ. It's not out of this chat.
Dude, I'm going to be clear. Matt gave me this idea 15 minutes before we went live.
This is the way,
and then threw it to me to explain it.
This is the way we do giveaways. Haphazard.
Yes, that's right.
Haphazard.
Haphazard. We got like people have to write like a term paper now at this point, dude. We got too many words going on.
I'm having fun. I heard it's rights issue, says, and now this. Mike Christie, the Daylight Disc has a right issue with a music video.
I was thinking,
what's the music video?
Dude, 9 times out of 10, it's a music thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. I was thinking that. I was like, it has to be some little... I've always suspected that Richard Linklater's Suburbia has been held up because of like the Sonic Youth music and that soundtrack. The Wonder Years has always had a weird physical media history because of music issues.
Yeah.
It's always something little like that. But don't worry, when Twister came out, we had no problem getting human beings on that damn.
We got human beings.
We did.
Pretty quickly.
We made sure of it.
I'd love to know what's on Daylight that they had to pull.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Well, if you guys weren't around in the 90s, Daylight was a huge soundtrack. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing Gangsta's Paradise.
Rico Gomez just told on himself. He said, why hate the scalper?
Yeah, he is the scalper.
Oh, Rico. He said, why hate the scalper? Hate the game.
Okay, so Daylight, the score is composed by Randy Edelman, and the single, Whenever There Is Love, it's the theme from the movie, is performed by Donna Summer and Bruce Roberts.
And they put that video on there, and you can't have it.
But it looks like it's basically just the score plus that song and a track called Don't Go Out With Your Friends Tonight by Ho Hum.
Yeah. Ho Hum is really notorious for not licensing any music. Dude, in the scene in what was that movie?
Is this a joke right now, or are you being serious?
No, total joke. I can't stop.
It's like, I'm not familiar with Ho Hum's catalog.
I have no idea who Ho Hum is.
Granular Spirit. I'm sure Original Gangstas will be included in Volume 2 on the BLAXPOITATION set.
Original Gangstas. That would make sense. And I could see Shout. I could see Shout releasing that like on its own. Do you know what that is? That's in the 90s. That's like when they got everyone. It was before Jackie Brown. But they got like Fred Williamson, Pam Grier, like all the, people you associate with BLAXPOITATION. And they made, it was actually, oh my God, my man, Larry Cohen, who did it. And he did a lot of those back in the day. He also did like a lot of horror shit too. That's classic.
A lot of Soderbergh love. A lot of people like Informant. Love that. I got Informant on a pre-order. Definitely underrated. Soderbergh's prolific, stacked filmography, and still working. I never saw the film, but I remember seeing so many ads for The Informant in video rental stores. Matt Damon is so good. Lie after lie. So much he believes his own lies. He plays to it to a fault. Yeah, I hope Dennis Leary isn't in it.
I got to rewatch it. There are a lot of comedians in that movie. Shit. He probably is. This is why you're selling it.
Lots of comedians, including Dennis Leary.
Can you scroll down?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just saw something that I think.
Oh yeah.
It's not Jacob's Ladder. I'm thinking
Is
of.
it Brainstorm Granular Spirit asked?
No.
Brainstorm with Christopher Walken.
It's one of those things. As soon as we go off live, I'm gonna.
You'll remember it.
It's that one. You know. But I always associate Altered States. I'm drawing a blank with this other movie.
Crimes of Passion rules, says Dwayne The Rock Hudson. Brainstorm with Christopher Walken.
Oh, fuck yeah, it does, dude.
The War of the Roses with Kathleen Turner.
Well, he brought that. Kathleen Turner's in Crimes of Passion.
Yeah. Yup, that's Altered State, says Brown Bunny. Yup, that sure is. That like 6-year-old me woke up in the middle of.
Dude, I wouldn't have even understood like what an isolation tank is.
I had no idea.
Like that would have been so weird. Not even the werewolf shit. I'm just talking about the idea of watching somebody like submerge themselves in one of those tanks.
Yes.
It would have.
I later on in life had to look up what that movie was just to kind of, you know, like put that thing to rest because I've held on to it for so long. So I understand what the movie's about now. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah. I just woke up at the wrong time, at the wrong age.
And 6 a.m. I know it's not Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder is one of my favorite movies. I showed these guys that movie not too long ago.
You'll never hear the bear say cutie patootie, only the twink. I like how Lindsay's in there chuckling at that. Isn't that great?
What are some bear phrases?
Nice Guy 80 said, wonderful. Frank Stallone sings Daylight.
That's the rights issue. I never saw the movie, but
Frank wouldn't give him the movie.
As soon as the credits come on, you take me back. Do, take me back. I love how that always found a way in some damn Rocky movie.
Frank and Sylvester are like at odds. He was like, I'm not giving you the rights this time. They're fighting over it. Oh my gosh.
Russ, is the movie you're thinking of The Brood?
No, but I love The Brood also. That's
Visitor?
Cronenberg. It's not that.
Shivers?
That's Cronenberg too. No, this has it's something with LSD. Like I'm telling you, I'll comment on this live stream like tonight. I know it'll come to me and I'll leave a comment on the page.
Mike said I woke up in the middle of Body Double when I was 10. It's probably a bad time.
Wow.
Brown Bunny said woke up to the Gimp scene in Pulp Fiction as a child. Oh, Jesus Christ. Talking about waking up at the wrong place at the wrong time.
What the fuck? Why are you guys waking up to movies? I can't think of any time that's happened in my life.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't sleep with any noise, so that's probably why this doesn't happen to me.
I'm pretty sure that I didn't want to go to bed, and I don't think my parents cared to like let me go to like put me in bed. But it was like, you know, if you're gonna stay up, you've got to like sleep on the couch and like turn and face the so you could stay up with us.
You're right,
and but you're going to try, and
not
they
fully asleep,
and then they're asleep, and I'm waking up looking at Altered States. William Hurt's ass running around as a God knows what.
I told you the only thing I can vaguely remember being young, but it was a sexual thing. It wasn't that. It was that scene in Real Men.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was just some bondage shit.
I've been trying to get that on Family Movie Night for a little while. I haven't put it on yet.
No, dude, but I was like 6 years old or something, and I don't even remember watching the whole movie, but I remember watching that scene and being like,
whoa.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Being like, what is this?
That didn't do anything for me. About me. But yes, of course, yeah.
I don't know
I changed forever.
When we wrap it up, I got to get to the dungeon.
That scene doesn't even last very long.
I know.
He just cuts to Jim Belushi and he's like tied to the wall and they just like let him go.
But it wasn't him. It was the fucking
the lady.
What she was.
Jim Belushi in bondage.
Hey,
I've never been
wrap up. I gotta go spank Jim Belushi. But no, it was just one of those things where it stood out so much for some weird reason. It caught my, like, what is that? What is, you know?
Well,
no, it's not video. I promise you guys, it's not a Cronenberg movie.
You think I got one last thing to share? You think on it. I noticed when getting all this stuff together that we streamed 1 year ago today. Like not like, 1 year ago in the third week of March or whatever, but 1 year ago today we were streaming March 19th, 2024. 1 year ago today, Russ, we were breaking the news that The Devil's Honey was coming out in 4K from Severin, and I wanted to check in 1 year later. Who
picked it up?
Picked this up? Who has got this painting and hung it in their home? This is still something that I am seeking. I would love a...
Is this your favorite Fulci film?
I mean, I still haven't seen it, so I'm guilty. But this cover alone,
I didn't ask if you saw it. I just said, "Is this your favorite Fulci film?" You don't have to see it. I just think you love it.
It's my favorite cover I think I've ever seen in my life.
Dude,
I mean, look at this.
We need to do a segment of best saxophonists in films. He's in there. Lost Boys is in there. Bill Pullman in Lost Highway, like corniest white boy. Oh, I got these now, but
that guy's not corny. Look at that jacket.
Shit, yeah, he's
shooting the breeze. That's what he's doing. Wow,
you roll with this, man.
Hey, Devil's Honey. Seriously, let's even get the Devil's Honey, Severin, get all the text off. Just give me that as a painting. That's all I need. That's it.
What if there was a deluxe edition of this film that did that? What if Second Sight put this out with that cover? It just didn't say Devil's Honey or film by Fulci. It was just that image. Would you blind buy it because you love this artwork so much?
Lindsay,
number two, my follow-up question, Matt. Can you please describe what you love about this artwork? And then, Lindsay, I'm going to have some follow-up questions for you.
Well, I was going to say, Lindsay, what are you doing later? Do you want to check out the Devil's Honey?
Oh, my Lord.
Do you want to see what it's all about?
You know, it's weird. I kind of think that girl looks like my sister.
Whoa, this just got even weirder.
Yeah, I know.
Who's the saxophone player look like? Let's see. The chat's probably on fire over the Devil's Honey. They gotta be. What? Can I bring it back? Where did the chat go? Where is it? There it is.
Matt just loves making music.
I love making music. Sweet, sweet music. Hold on. I lost you.
So, Lindsay, what would you do? Let me paint a scenario for you here. Lindsay, the producer, what would you do? Matt's at work one day. You're just cleaning around the house. You open up a closet. You come across a saxophone.
With some like panties hung over it.
No, just a saxophone at this point. You're a creep. What are you doing, Lindsay? Is your immediate thought like, who is this monster I married? What are you doing?
Brown Bunny, cherry poppin' anniversary. Still need to pick it up. Love me some Fulci. Dwayne The Rock Hudson, I have and love The Devil's Honey. Easily my favorite movie where a man makes a woman orgasm by playing an instrument.
It's up there.
Where's the one where the French horn does it? Is that the sequel?
I'll say, we didn't cover this, but can I tell you something that happened? Who put out the Beyond in 4K recently?
Oh, yeah.
And it was a limited edition, reasonably priced. It was, I think, 1,000 copies. I went to order this after an email. It was gone. It was like immediately gone, dude.
Immediately gone. Too many to name. Caucasian sax players in film must be studied.
It really is like an odd phenomenon. Bill Pullman in Lost Highway, that is, holy shit. Whenever I listen to jazz, I just picture Bill Pullman now, like fucking wrecking it on that sax. It looks so ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. How do we say this? Like, we're white. There's, like, if an alien landed on Earth and said, like, what is a white person? Like, I'm giving them Bill Pullman. You know what I mean? Like, he's just that dude. He is a white dude.
A guy. Just
like
a
very definition.
General guy.
We all are. I'm not trying to, like, make jokes. He just is.
Okay.
So, like, seeing him with the sax and Lost Highway, just like, it just always makes me laugh in that film, man.
Lost Boys concert, says Shaw 84. Lost Boys concert up the skirt.
We said that. Lost Boys.
Up the skirt. Too much insight. It's pretty good. The sax is only in it for 3 minutes. That's fine if it is.
No, the sax scene is like 3 minutes in.
Oh, it's 3 minutes in.
Yeah, we get there quick.
I've seen it.
Well, where are your comments on the movie being good or not? I'm waiting to hear something.
It's okay.
It's okay. Is it sexy?
Not to me.
It's not sexy.
But I told you, his movies, there's a lot of scenes in his movies that are fetishistic and sexual, but not
sexy like you're turned on. It's just that's what's going on in the movie with these characters.
Certain people are. It's just that didn't tickle me. Yeah, that didn't. I wasn't a simp for that. No,
you wouldn't put it into a tizzy.
I wouldn't simp for a woman who wanted me to play a saxophone in her vagina
and shoot the breeze.
I mean, I might do it, but I wouldn't simp for her,
even if she was a cutie patootie. I'm running through all the words.
I know. I'm trying. What was the next one?
Haphazardly.
We're gonna haphazardly blow a saxophone into a woman's.
Oh man. Well, that's all the news, Russ. I just wanted to take us a year back into the past and just remember the good days when Devil's Honey was coming out. Now that
we talk about musical instruments giving orgasms, you remember that scene in Private Parts? That was technically a speaker.
That was a speaker where they turned the bass up.
Yeah, I guess that does. Is it all like music, vibrational?
Is that
orgasms?
a short? Is that a short we need?
I think we're on to something here. We do need to do a clinical study.
We're going to do a short, maybe a full video, but I think a short of, what was it? Top 5 child death scenes? That was from last week we talked about that. Now we need a short of 5 times where women orgasm with music?
Yes.
Is that what we need? Is that what the people want?
Yes, I believe so.
We're going to be negative 10 subscribers by the next time we stream, but to hell with it.
We're on a mission of self-destruction now, man. We hit 12.2 and we're like, fuck all y'all.
Elaine from Seinfeld was in a relationship with a saxophone player.
Why is the sax always is it sax sex? Is it like a subconscious thing in a writer? Like, why is it that?
I don't know, because it's sexy.
It is sexy.
It's always associated. Like, you never see, dude, think about it. Ghostbusters 2. The guy who was trying to get with Sigourney Weaver, he didn't play a saxophone. What was he playing? A cello or something?
Yeah.
Bill Murray came in there and just mocked his ass. Didn't even know his fucking name and just made him a clown. If he was playing a saxophone, Sigourney Dana would have got with him.
Top 10 films that cock block. Google's trial of the day. I play the saxophone.
Hold on, you want to know a subject I wanted to do was a top films where the woman, and this always happened in the 90s, where the female character picked the wrong guy. I saw Reality Bites for the first time a couple years ago, and spoiler alert, Winona Ryder threw her life away. Like, why did she get with this loser, Ethan Hawke? He don't have a job. He's cynical as shit. Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah.
He works as an executive at like an MTV type shit. He's sweet to her. He's like nice. But who do you think she chooses? Because this is in the 90s. Not Ben Stiller, because he's a corporate guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, fast forward 20 years later, Winona, you are broke. You have nothing.
No stability.
During the mortgage crisis with Ethan Hawke and you are fucking homeless. Ben Stiller is going to be out here with a home in LA.
Yep.
And there's so many movies in the 90s where it's like every woman picked like the wrong dude.
That's a good short.
For their, like, honestly, for what their life should be. Knocked Up. I know that's not the 90s, but like, what the fuck was, what's her name?
Katherine Heigl
thinking. That whole movie made no sense.
She even came out and spoke out about that movie after the fact.
I swear to God, I agreed with her day one. I remember when I was like, she's right. Like, this movie makes no fucking sense. You can like it.
I don't remember what she said. I can't remember what she said.
She basically said, like, dude, the whole story of that movie is a successful woman who had her shit together, basically babysits this jerk off until he realizes, oh yeah, I am a dad. And he goes through nothing. He's the same person in the beginning that he is at the end. But somehow we're watching this like it's cute. You're the dad, dude. You got her pregnant.
Yeah.
You haven't done a damn thing. And the whole movie is playing her like she's shrill for caring about things while he hangs out with his pothead buddies. It makes no sense, dude. And there are so many movies like that where it was like, I guess this was a thing where this was being anti-establishment or the 90s being very you know, you don't care about anything. That was the wave. Yeah. So I think these Ethan Hawke and Reality Bites type characters, they were oddly portrayed as romantic choices when it's like, yo, these women are throwing their lives away. That's
a great short.
So many movies like that.
That sounds like a great short where we support women and lift them up.
Just to throw them back down again with Blake Lively. No.
Well, it's been a fun time. I've had a great night. Russ, I hope you had a great night too.
We all hope you think of your movie, Russ. Everybody's really just hanging on.
It is, and I promise when I'm going to go through and do the timestamps tonight on this live stream. I'll figure it out, and I will leave a comment on this video. I will be a complete simp, and I will leave a comment on this video about what the film I'm thinking of is.
If you
it must be something a little bit more obscure than I'm realizing, because all the suggestions people are saying are in that wheelhouse, you know. Yeah, basically anything Cronenberg you could fit in with Altered States, but I mean, there's one specific. It'll come.
All right. Well, it's been a great time.
Wait, what's the word?
I'm gonna hand it over to Russ. Okay. Russ, what did we decide?
Dude, you threw the dictionary at me, so you
like simp, or did you like shorts?
I think shorts.
Let's keep
it. Yeah.
Lindsay says shorts. Russ says shorts.
You're gonna get like flagged or something.
And shorts.
Take down your video.
Hashtag shorts.
Is simp a flag? That's a word that gets flagged now.
Who knows what people are gonna?
Who knows how we're getting flagged?
Yeah. Dude, simp's been around for decades. I think it's funny when I feel like young kids.
Yeah, the young kids.
Well, I hear it in modern stuff more than I used to back in the day, but it's always been around.
Okay.
You know?
Well, if you go to this stream and you comment shorts in some kind of way, referencing something you saw here tonight, roast us, give us a great comment, use it in a creative way. For every 100 people that were on the stream, we're going to do one giveaway. So there's probably 7 people. So we probably are going to give 0 things away.
Yeah, and just when you leave the comment, don't be a simp about it.
Don't be a simp about the comment you leave. How long should we wait? We give everybody 24 hours to leave their comment?
Yeah, they got 24 hours to live.
24 hours to leave your comment. We'll pick the best one. We'll reach out.
Matt, this is how we'll end it.
How are we going to end it?
I'm sorry, I cut off where we're going to reach out.
Yeah, we're going to reach around. And no, you go.
I was going to say, well, if you had 24 hours to live, what would you do?
24 hours to
Who
live?
would you screw?
Excuse me?
It's a song. Just being dumb.
You cut me off for that?
I know. That's why I was about to throw it back to you. I was like, wow, what I got coming up was not worth what I just did. But
so anyway,
I apologize.
Roast my kings, please. Eat my shorts. There you go. Leave a comment down below. Help us get to 20K. We're on the road, Russ. Are we not on the road to 20,000 subscribers?
We're on the highway, man.
We're on the highway to 20,000.
We're on a UFO. We're on
A lost highway.
a lost highway. Yeah, Bill Pullman's on the side playing his sax. That's our soundtrack. We're on the fucking danger zone.
And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Leave us a comment. Let us know about your simping. No, your shorts.
Yes.
And we'll be in touch. Lindsay, we're gonna roll. Let me see. Let's get us rolling. And Russ, I will give you the final word.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I love you all. Watch some movies. Do a little dance. Oh, shit, I'm wearing a Casey and Sunshine band. I just started quoting that off the
cuff.
Off the cuff, man.
All right.
Shout out to Kevin Spacey. He got a lot of mentions tonight.
He sure did.
Matt's a big fan and friend of his. What else we do? Bye.